change the headphones. But let's do an extra one.
Was I there when you told me?
Another
Are you
time.
sure?
Guys, we're gonna go live in no time, ne?
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, whatever you got to do to get out of the gates, do that right now. Press the button, jump up, and Adam, it is time to embrace a brand new day. I'm trying to match this kid's energy this morning. I don't
Come
know where
on,
it's coming
dude.
from.
Come on, because it's Friday.
It is Friday.
It's Friday. Good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's so lekker to hang out with you and end of the week on a very, very good note. Big weekend ahead, that's for sure.
Where do we even begin?
Do we know what we're talking about, yeah?
There's got to be a little bit of that. Dricus du Plessis defending his middleweight belt that he has done so successfully before up against Sean Strickland this weekend. It's got to be a massive one for me.
Dude, we've been talking about it now off air, and I think that's the plans for most people this weekend is to look at what's going to happen in this match. Strickland, we know that he's been training exceptionally hard. Obviously, he didn't want to have that loss that he did take from Dricus, and now we'll see what happened. But in the same breath, I think Dricus also ramped up his training. So
he looks in supreme condition.
Superb and supreme form, yeah.
So you can see we are a little excited about the fight weekend, but a lot else on the go. And of course, we've got you for 3 hours, and we are going to get pumped about the weekend. We are pumped about this particular Friday because we get to connect with one gorgeous lady all the way in Johannesburg who ran away the last time I came to Johannesburg. So I want answers. Good morning, Zanele. How are you, girl?
Good morning, my lovely family. It's so lovely to be with you. And honestly, today, as we come to you live from Design Quarter at the Johannesburg beautiful Samsung showroom, I'm so excited for the weekend. I can't believe it's finally here. Have you guys survived the week? Are you ready for us to just jump in and be happy?
Yeah, you know what? We've survived the week. I think that's the perfect way to put it. But also, I mean, I've got some cricket practice with my boykie.
Very good.
That I need to get into. The love of month, the love of month, the month of love.
For the love of month, man, just get it right.
So my boykie's going to a Valentine's Day dance. That's tonight, which is going to be very, very cool.
How do you wrap your head around that, my friend?
It's scary, but I'm super proud as well. My boy, it's going to be awesome. And then the beauty of our job is that any weekend day could be a Monday, it could be a Wednesday, it could be a Thursday. So I'm doing a bit of work this weekend as well.
Oh, man, we love it. It's all about having balance. And Ellie, what are you excited about? And of course, connecting to the viewers this morning, starting that conversation, what should we all be excited about?
Yes, I love that. Well, James, I'm glad you got something to look forward to. And Uzansi, just like you're hearing from Graham, we want to connect with you and hear what it is you are excited about. We call it the Good Morning Post, and it's literally just you heading on over to the social media streets and getting in on the conversation. This morning, we want to know, what are you looking forward to most for this weekend? All you got to do is use hashtag Expresso Show all over our social media platforms, and we will be able to have that conversation with you, because the nice thing is you can also come through on WhatsApp, 063-408-8863. What is the thing that's lighting up your life at the moment? As you're about to trudge through the last weekday, what is making you feel like, you know what, it's going to be worth it come the end of the day, and I genuinely feel like I'm going to be smiling come the end of the weekend? For me, I'm just happy. I'm just happy that the Sunrisers Eastern Cape made it to the final. And that is what I am really looking forward to seeing. We're all going to be really, really shocked to see what goes down, I believe. However, do let us know, and let's get into your Feel Good Breakfast Show right now. I know you are standing by with your news headlines. Ewan, what's going on, my lovely?
Well, let me fill you in on what's making the news headlines this morning on a national and international front. It's 4 minutes past 6 o'clock. Let's start it off with your national news. First and foremost, President Cyril Ramaphosa, in his 2025 State of the Nation address at Cape Town City Hall last night, rejected US President Donald Trump's claims on land expropriation, vowing to defend South Africa's sovereignty. Now, he condemned the US decision to cut AIDS and TB funding, impacting 17% of SA's programs, highlighting economic economic transformation. He stressed empowering Black South Africans, women and persons with disabilities. He announced a 20 billion rand annual transformation fund over 5 years to support small and Black-owned businesses, aiming for a more inclusive economy. Furthermore, Ramaphosa also stressed economic growth as the top priority, aiming to exceed 3% through major infrastructure investment. Now, the government will spend 940 billion rand over 3 years, with 375 billion rand from state-owned enterprises to upgrade roads, bridges, ports and power supply. Water security remains critical, with shortages caused by failing infrastructure. To tackle this, the government will establish the National Water Resource Infrastructure Agency within a year to boost investment in water projects. Now, procurement regulations will also be fast-tracked to ensure fair access to government contracts for women, youth and disabled entrepreneurs. Over to international news headlines. Kenya has confirmed the deployment of 144 additional officers, bringing the total number of officers in Haiti to over 700. Now, the Kenyan-led multinational security support mission under UN auspices has been operating in Haiti since 2023. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres noted that the mission is still not fully deployed, with fewer than 800 of the planned 2,500 officers in place. Now, Haiti's transitional government struggles with violence, gang activity and poverty, while over 5,600 people were killed in gang violence last year and over 1 million were displaced. And the Executive Secretary of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, Simon Steele, says countries remain committed to their national climate plans despite the United States' planned exit from the Paris Climate Agreement. Now, Steele outlined priorities ahead of November's climate talks and encouraged nations to strengthen their climate plans. He emphasized that while some nations may step back, others are seizing the opportunity for economic growth, job creation and cleaner energy. He also called on countries to increase their climate finance targets, aiming for $300 billion annually by 2035. And we'll end off on this story. After the Eaton fire evacuation in Altadena, California, homeowner Sammy Arbut returned to an unexpected guest, a 525-pound black bear, affectionately named Berry. Now, Berry had been using the crawl space under Arbut's house as his personal den, much to the surprise of utility workers attempting to restore power. Now, given Berry's impressive size, tranquilizing him wasn't an option. Instead, wildlife officials concocted a rather irresistible feast of rotisserie chicken, sardines and peanut butter smeared apples to lure him out. Now, the plan worked like an absolute charm, and Berry sauntered into the trap. Now, enticed by the gourmet spread, of course, he just could not resist. Now, he was then safely relocated to the Angeles National Forest, where he was given a welfare check, GPS collared and released. Now, Arbut's crawl space has since been bear-proofed, ensuring Berry won't be hosting any more surprise sleepovers. Love it. Well, I'm sure he enjoyed it while he was there. That is where we leave your news headlines for the 6 o'clock bulletin. We'll have another update for you at 7 right now. Let's get into the first round of sports. Here's Graham.
Thank you, Ewan. I didn't want to start with a story, but I think we can bear it. Liverpool stormed into the League Cup final with a dominant 4-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur at Anfield. Brilliant performance, really, sealing a 4-1 aggregate victory. Cody Gakpo, Mohamed Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai and Virgil van Dijk all finding the back of the net, overturning that first half leg deficit against an injury-hit Spurs. In fact, they've been like that the whole season. The Reds are eyeing a record extending now 11th title, will face Newcastle United at Wembley on the 16th of March as manager Arne Slot looks for his first English final. Have a feeling it is closer than he thinks. Now we turn to cricket, and another final on the cards is Tony de Zorzi and Jordan Herman. They shone with brilliant half-centuries yesterday, guiding the Sunrisers Eastern Cape to an 8-wicket win over the Paarl Royals in the SA20 Qualifier 2 at Centurion. So despite a rocky start to their season, the Gqeberha-based team showcasing resilience, chasing down the target with 4 balls to spare, a nervy final over as well. The two-time champions now face MI Cape Town in Saturday's final at the Wanderers, aiming for a historic 3rd SA20 title and hitting form at just the right time. Now we stay with cricket as Shubman Gill's stellar 87 and then a crucial 94-run partnership with Shreyas Iyer, 59 there from them, powering India to a 4-wicket win over England in their first ODI in Nagpur yesterday. So despite some early setbacks and Virat Kohli's absence, India chasing down 249 with 11.2 overs to spare, backed by a strong bowling display as well. The hosts now take a 1-0 lead in the series with the second ODI set for Sunday in Cuttack. Now, we stay with the rugby story that's been evolving over the last season. In fact, the South African Rugby Union, or SARU, has now greenlit a financial review of rugby's ecosystem. That after a General Council meeting in Johannesburg. So following the rejection of Achilles Sports Group's private equity proposal in December last year, members then tasked the Executive Council to appoint an independent financial institution. This body will assess rugby's financial sustainability and explore potential private equity roles moving into the future. So we'll certainly watch that space, but that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get our first dose of weekend weather.
Thank you so much, Graham. Zanzi, let's get you ready for your day in terms of what you can expect with the weather. The South African Weather Service has issued warnings as severe thunderstorms, bring heavy downpours and flooding to parts of the country today. A yellow level 2 warning is in effect for central and western Free State, where thunderstorms could cause a localized flooding in low-lying areas, roads and bridges, along with potential damage to property and infrastructure. Meanwhile, a yellow level 1 storm warning also applies to the northern parts of the Eastern Cape. In contrast, extremely high fire danger conditions are forecast for the Western Cape, and hot, uncomfortable weather is expected across the West Coast as well as surrounding areas. Please make sure that if you're in the hot parts, you hydrate. If you're in the colder parts, you stay protected. Right now, though, let's take a look at what your sunrise view is looking like. And Janelle from KwaDukuza, where it is at 27 degrees Celsius today. Thank you so much for the sunrise view. I feel like, you know what, you've made the clouds the Beyonce, and the sun is doing all the work from behind, and we appreciate you because we always call it your country duty. And Mzansi, this is where you need to come in and come and show us what you're waking up to. 063-408-8863. What does your sunrise view look like? Right about now, let's jump on into your temperatures.
Worcester coming through today with a nice little 40 degrees.
I was bound to happen. Just stay indoors for the next 3 hours. Why? Because it's going to get hot in here. BVK, Bra Safari Carp, they, in my mind, in my memory, and albeit my memory's a bit sketchy, started hip-hop in South Africa. That's pretty much how I see it. Lawrence Scholz, of course, winning a major award at one of the biggest film festivals in the world, is here with Grandmaster Reddy D in the house to
that's so
take
cool,
us inside
man.
the most incredible journey.
That's so cool. And listen, it's weekend. We can fill in on some movie news. JP Sebastian's here. It's all about The Brutalist this morning, so stick around. We'll have a nice little chat with the man himself in just a bit. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Needing absolutely no introduction whatsoever. Brasa Funny Kaap, they, well, defined an era, more than just a hip-hop group. They are part of South African culture. They are a cultural, iconic movement, if you will, who gave a voice to the Cape Flats through music. And now their legacy has been immortalized in what sounds like the most amazing, award-winning documentary, Brasa Funny Kaap, which recently won Best Director Documentary at the Berlin Indie Film Festival. And we are very proudly joined by Good Hope FM's Grandmaster Reddy D, no stranger to these streets and a founding member of BBK, and then, of course, a pioneer of South African hip-hop bar none, and then director herself, Lawrence Scholz, who I think her vision and dedication, fortitude, bravery brought this documentary to life. I think we need a round of applause right about now, maybe a little pew, pew, pew or two. I love it, man. You can see how comfortable he is with cheering crowds. Lauren, maybe not you so much yet. Get used to it, my friend. Great to see you again, my brother. Great to see you.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to start with you because as much as this is about an incredible story about some incredible guys,
Absolutely.
you yourself have won Best Director at the Berlin Film Festival. So can you pat yourself on the back for that? And can we say congratulations? How does it feel after you put in this much work and this much emotion to get this kind of validation?
It's very overwhelming, thank you. But before I answer that question, can I just say thank you to the team, because without them there would be no film and therefore no awards. So yeah, to Dee, to Malika, to Azul, the commissioning editor, the crew, my friends and family, like they supported me, and it takes a village, as they say, and my village was really amazing. So I have to say thank you to them. But to get back to your question, I mean, it's just, as a creative, you put yourself out there and it can be quite daunting to say, hey, well, look at this thing that I made. Give me some of your time, your energy, your money, and look at what I made. And so, you know, people always say we don't do it for the awards or the accolades and the applause, and I totally agree with that. But sometimes an acknowledgement like this can really affirm that what you did, what you put out there landed and resonated with people, and that can be really affirming. So.
And I think the world needs more independent voices, more of this kind of social commentary. It needs more heroes to stand up, my friend.
Absolutely.
Is this how old we are, bro? Now our history is actual history here. For you to see this incredible journey that I'm sure you have to revisit every time you touch a vinyl, you go back into that space. How does it feel seeing your story now come to bear in this way?
It's quite incredible though, because you know, as the artist or the producer or the traveling person, you don't really realize how you impact people.
For sure.
And for me, I wasn't ready for the story. I wasn't ready for the journey as well. I resisted it.
Really?
So Lauren and my wife Malika and Azul and all the people she mentioned, they used their persuasive power to bring me to the table, just mentally and emotionally.
Why, my brother? Why?
There's such a lot of things that happened, and also the passing of Mr. Fatty was a key member of the band as well.
Sure.
So we didn't have closure, and emotionally, I was a wreck in that regard as well. And there was just too much things going on in my head that I still wanted to do and that I wanted to say to him as well. And with all of these things coming together, for me, it was part of a healing process as well, and also thinking about this differently as well, engaging on the response and how people think and feel about what we said and did, and even up until today, that displays a form of relevance as well. That makes me go, Guy, you actually need to shake it off now. You know?
Have you closed that chapter, or will it always be a little bit open? And maybe that's not a bad thing.
There'll always be a little bit, you know, that will hold you back in a certain sense. But I tend to think of it as a way to get myself motivated as well, now that you're a little bit more aware of how the world looks at you. Yeah.
And there's a whole new generation looking now, which is amazing. No pressure. Taking a story that defines not only a generation, a genre of music in an entire country, but it's human beings' lives.
Absolutely.
Laid bare. You talk about vulnerability. How did you approach this? What angle did you come from? Obviously, we are all dying to see this film, and we can see it streaming right now. But for those that haven't seen it, how did you find that emotional connection? Because this goes deep.
It goes very deep, and you know, it really helped that I have a personal connection. It's a familial connection. DJ Azul is my brother-in-law, and I think that also makes it more challenging.
So you had no choice, but this is what we should have said.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, I was really honored that I was trusted to tell the story, and for me, it was about making that intimate connection with everybody that I interviewed and just getting them to open up. I'm sure you can relate to that when you're interviewing people and you get them to feel comfortable
Best part
to
of the
share.
job.
And yeah, that was just really important for me, that I was able to get people to share and facilitate that healing process that you're speaking about. You know.
I don't know why I'm getting all emotional. I'm not even in the story, but it just feels beautiful. What did you enjoy about this? Because I would imagine there would have been some pretty raw and uncomfortable moments. But as you look back now and you see it starting to garner this kind of recognition, what are you most happy, most proud of that came back to you in that film?
I think the thing that I'm most proud of is the fact that we managed to complete it, because it came with tons of challenges. When you look at it, you go, oh, wow, okay, this is the story and whatever, but behind the scenes, the process, when she says daunting, and I mean, I worked
It almost seems impossible, eh?
Correct, because you're working with so many different people, and there's a lot of people that did not want to be a part of it no more, former members, and we opened up the platform for everybody to come on board and tell your story, whether it was a story, whether it was the good, the bad, the ugly. Here's the platform right now. So the fact that we managed to get this thing out, and at a very particular time, for me, that is a very beautiful moment as well. And also there's one of the clips in the scene where Lauren gets me to sit in the studio and open the laptop and press play. And I'm looking at that screen and I'm like, holy Lord, did you guys do this? The way we impacted an international audience. And I was actually telling somebody, this festival attracts something like 72,000 people in Belgium. And we were one of the only groups or bands during that time that was requested to come and perform a second day.
Iconic, I told you, bro. I told you, my
you know,
friend.
it's those types of things, and also all the opinions from all the people that was interviewed and all the personalities in there as well. You know, from Kuni de Villiers to Youngster CPT, you name it, there's just a whole range of people. And also to get the band members' points of views as well, things that I've never heard before coming out of their mouths. So to hear that and for everything to come together within that documentary, that just blew my mind as well.
I can feel the catharsicism. And the funny thing is, I'm thinking, what is catharsicism in Afrikaans, and how would you work it into a track? Because I know you could do anything. And this team, what you created, for one of the guys that was starting out in TV when you guys hit it big, you gave us a South African hip-hop band. You gave us a jumping off point. But most importantly, you gave a new generation of young artists a true north to follow now. And in this film, I think they're going to get that, which is amazing. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I have a feeling we're going to see more coming out of this creative well. As I said, it is streaming at the moment. Rasafani Karp defined a generation, but they continue, I think, to influence South African hip-hop, global hip-hop. And if you are uneducated, that is where you should start.
Absolutely.
Thanks, G. How awesome is that? Well, we're still sticking to the theme of movies as well. JP is going to join us a little bit later to talk about a movie called The Brutalist. But it is February. It is the month of love. And love is in the air. We know this. And Expresso is spreading the vibes this month for you to stand a chance to win 2 tickets to join the Expresso family at New Metro Canal Walk in Cape Town on Monday, February the 10th, to watch a movie called Love Hurts. So a little bit about the movie very quickly. Marvin, a Milwaukee realtor, receives a crimson envelope from Rose, a former partner in crime he left for dead. Now thrust back into the world of ruthless hitmen and double crosses Marvin's open houses, becomes deadly war zones. And haunted by his brother, a volatile crime lord, Marvin must then face the choices that haunt him and the past he never truly buried. So definitely a meaty movie for sure. So what you can enjoy is you can enjoy a VIP treatment, delicious snacks, and a fun-filled afternoon with the cameras rolling. So don't be shy. If you want to know how to enter, well, let me head you up. You can go over to our social media pages. You can comment on the post and answer this fun question. Who will be your movie date to watch Love Hurts, and why? Very easy question, but give it some creative thought. The competition closes at 10 a.m. today. That's Friday, February the 7th. It's for Cape Town only, and those T's and C's do apply. So go out there and get entering right now. It really does look like an epically fun movie. So get entering. We'll see you there. All right, we're going to to take a very quick break. Like I mentioned, JP is here. We're talking about a movie called The Brutalist, and then we're going to be jumping into the kitchen making something that I've never had, deep-fried olives, paired with some marinated tomato and feta crostini. It is a beautiful dish that I can't wait to try. Stick around. We'll see you after the break.
Only you can make my day.
Is it a scripting, or why does it say upsound scene? Oh, commission. Is this the scene, the clip name? Oh, yeah. Okay. Love Hurt.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Friday, and I hope you are feeling it with us this morning. We're getting into some movie news. You can see who's very, very excited. JP Sebastian's here. We talk about a movie called The Brutalist. Yes. There we have it, Adrian Brody. I love Adrian Brody.
You were loving the statuesque shape of the man's face.
I'm happy to see him again. I haven't seen him in a long while.
Yeah, he's this kind of person who takes huge gaps and pauses. In fact, by the way, a little bit of trivia. I think it was like the poor guy and the poor girl were in a relationship at one point, and just the way he was preparing for a role put so much strain on the relationship.
Oh, really?
So that's how insane the guy is about the seriousness of his work.
Yeah.
And obviously it bleeds through in year two. But hey, before I overspeak on that,
just a quick one. He was in a movie called The Pianist.
that's right, and that's the one that
which
won
is
the
a
Oscar for.
phenomenal movie. Yes. Okay.
So he's really a go-to guy for like, hey, do you feel like an Oscar, Ewan? Just rope him, you know, you're going to grab at least two. And so I'll show you a bit of a scene first, because you must have heard so much about this by now, I hope, at least the public. It's 10 nominations that it's got for the Oscars this year.
Well, if you haven't, JP's here.
That's my job. And the second job I have is to set up the scene. The scene being is that you've got Adrian Brody, surprise, surprise, and Guy Pearce on the other hand, who is this millionaire American industrialist who gives this opportunity, this possible gift, we don't know if it's the American dream or nightmare, to be an architect on his plot of land, because Adrian Brody is just this refugee who came over from Hungary, and this seems like a golden opportunity. Here comes The Brutalist.
Okay. So it was very quick to see that scene wasn't at all what it appeared to be. It seems that there's something else going on there.
Ah, look at you. Yeah, it's pretty cool the way the camera flips at one point while it's like, hey, this, you know, it's just two men on a journey off into the ocean of the unknown and exploration of architecture, this new brutalist form, which, by the way, is a style of architecture. And then behind all that, you've got a bunch of tuxedos and champagne looking expectantly at the refugee. You noticed, by the way, you were very interested in, and you are her in-house profession, inverted commas, if you can still call it home. While he has to sort of, it's not like, yay, let's go try America. It's like, I have nothing else.
I have nothing else,
And for the longest time, as you can see here, it's a lot of misery, and it's a lot of like getting through, wait, the expectation doesn't match the reality. Goes to his brother, it's a cousin, sorry, who has this opportunity for him to hook up with a millionaire who's like, to redesign my library. well, it's his son who wants to surprise him with this gift. The millionaire breed of human beings sees that this new library is adored in fancy magazines, and he wants to go running back to the architect, Adrian Brody's character, and this is where this tenuous relationship ensues, where they decide they're going to build this monumental public hub of a library, a cathedral, and sports center on this rich guy's property. And so interesting stuff with other Oscar winner Daniel Day-Lewis, and then also I'd recommend Foxcatcher. Both of these are movies, and this as well, movies that are on this precipice in capitalism that we see today, and how that violent birth came about. So I will tell you some of my qualms about this movie, and you've got to stop me here, by the way, because I'm just like, I can only hear my own voice in my head at the moment. So
I'll give you a minute.
Throw down the gavel when I'm done. I'll only talk about the problems, because we've seen enough of the praise. The Rolling Stone magazine, I think, called it the great American movie. Not even the greatest. It's like, oh,
the great.
Exemplary is the brutalist. Yeah. And I really do think that it is deeply overhyped. I hate hype so much, but that doesn't make me hate the movie necessarily. Yeah. One of the main problems is you've got Adrian Brody, and I think that's such an attractor for a creative person. You know that you're in line for an Oscar. You know that, and so the story can suffer in those certain ways. Aside from that, it is deeply, very much incurious politically. You have There Will Be Blood, which looks at this clash between the land, the people, the native versus the capitalist sort of like inducement of industrialism, etc. And it shows no curiosity about that whatsoever. It's historically uninteresting. There's a million other things I could say about it, though, for you, however. But the main thing is I think that these actors will win Oscars, and they are very good at what they do. So here's a scene of that tension seeping in between rich guy versus new guy who is much more talented, but only scratching his way through the dirt to try and make a name for himself.
All right, let's take a look.
The Brutalist. Thanks, Pete.
Azure. Okay, so The Brutalist, I think we've said quite a lot around. We don't want to spoil anything.
As much as we can.
As much as we can. It's out today, but the most important factor is the popcorns that you're going to give it.
For sure. And like I said, I'm a lone voice in the darkness here, against the grain, appropriately, I suppose, as far as architecture goes, because everyone else loves it, but for me, I could only give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Hey, that's JP's score. Obviously, that means a 12 to other human beings.
Yeah, it's a good score, but I love the acting. I love the actors, and I am a big fan of Adrian Brody.
We both also just said poor Guy Pearce, who has been so overlooked by this industry. He's such a great actor, and you get to see him today. The Brutalist. 10 nominations.
Thank you very much, JP. The Brutalist. Go check it out.
Right now is when I'm like, listen, we only have the best to come through and tell us about all of the beautiful movies that we need to see. But I also want you to look forward to what is still to come right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Coming up, Valentine is coming. Where's your gift? We're here to help you. Graham has gone on, my friend, to do the work that you would have possibly needed to, but no, now he has all of the beautiful answers for you. What am I talking about? He has gone to Crazy Store to find out what Valentine's gifts can you get for your loved ones, and he's going to be putting us on in a little bit. And then also on the way, we get into fried olives, ne? Stay with me. And then it's marinated tomato and feta crostinis. There's a lot going on there. There's much to unpack. But this is a recipe that I think is going to tantalize our taste buds a whole lot. So stick around for that as well. Let's take a short break. And when we come back, more of your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I told you we'd be back, didn't I? And this is why, because we want you to be ready for Valentine's Day, which is literally just a couple of days away. Now, from charming decor to fun gifts, the Crazy Store has got everything to offer you, particularly for Valentine's gifts in terms of your loved ones. Graham is the one who went out and about at Cape Gate Mall to get us into it and to find out what exactly it is that you can possibly get when the day of love is upon us. Let's take a look and hopefully, friend, you find something that you like. Let's watch.
Love is most certainly in the air, and with Valentine's Day just around the corner, fret not, the Crazy Store has got us covered with absolutely everything under the sun to make this Valentine's the most special one ever. From thoughtful gifts to charming decor and accessories, and all at prices that'll make our little hearts skip a beat. The plush toy and a chocolate, the perfect companions. You could even throw in a beautiful novelty pen, something that will make her or him think of you every time they use it. I absolutely love this. Unbelievably cute gifts, all at an unbelievable price. Balloons take any occasion to the next level. These designs are absolutely gorgeous. Something cute for the little ones, something very romantic for the slightly more grown-up ones. This really will make that gift extra special. And with helium in over 500 stores, you and your balloon could literally be floating on cloud 9. Talk about leveling up your Valentine's Day. You can get an entire bouquet of balloons filled with helium, 99 Rand 99. Absolutely awesome. What I love about the Crazy Store, they get it, they understand the brief that Valentine's Day is for everybody. So the pricing here is insane, and it means that you can probably go that extra mile. You can get that additional thing that you maybe thought you couldn't, that's going to make Valentine's Day extra special. It takes the day from being just an opportunity to show love to one of actually experiencing it, creating memories around a special day. Now, if you've got little ones in the house like me, then Valentine's Day needs to be equal parts love and fun. And dress-ups will take us there. They've got the cutest, coolest, funniest dress-up, I'm going to say, spread that I've ever seen. We're talking bow ties, tutus, themed glasses, headbands, and for the grown-ups to feel like big kids and have a night out in the town, we've got sashes and a whole lot more to dress up in. It's going to be the most fun Valentine's Day ever, and all at unbelievably low prices. I love this. My experience at the Crazy Store today has been wonderful. It's got me excited about the fun we could potentially have, how I can involve my kids and give them the right idea about Valentine's Day and what it's like to just share love, express yourself, communicate and strengthen those connections, because I think that's vitally important. Packaging really does add that final touch. In fact, it can level up the gift significantly. And whether you're looking for that hidden surprise, maybe a bit of mystery, or something that's a full-on hamper display, the Crazy Store has everything we need. It's these little finishing touches that really do show the person just how special they are. And I am sorted, and a whole lot more. From thoughtful gifts to insanely cute and creative decor, accessories, so many fun ideas. I am covered for Valentine's Day. So whether you're celebrating romance, even just friendship, or maybe even just treating yourself, make sure you stop by the Crazy Store to make this Valentine's Day the most memorable ever. Come on.
Ah, come on. Crazy Store coming through for all of us lovebirds, but also more than anything else, we got a little Cupid helping us out to pick those gifts and really know which ones are going to do the trick. Cupid Graham, thank you so much for your country duty, my lovely. We appreciate you. And I have to ask you, what was your favorite gift that you found at the Crazy Store?
Funny enough, it's difficult to put your finger on any one. I mean, the plush toys are gorgeous. For me, it's the theme stuff because we've got to kind of rope in the whole family, and I love the fact that there's stuff to get dressed up in. But it's the balance of cheese, my friend, because Valentine's Day, yes, you want obviously an authentic devotion of love, but you need a little cheese. It needs to be funny, it needs to be cute, and the Crazy Store ticks every box. So for all the gents that aren't quite so romantically inclined, I'm so glad that the Crazy Store exists for us to make it just a little bit easier.
Yes, and I love how they even give us little packages, like with a mug and a teddy bear and everything. They take care of everything, and this is why, Mzansi, you know you can trust the Crazy Store when it comes to those beautiful gifts for Valentine's Day. I cannot wait for all of us to celebrate, but when you're doing it with Crazy Store, you know you're doing it the right way.
Come in with a little, leave with a lot. The Crazy Store has a whole range of stuff bound to surprise and delight the whole family.
Oh, we gotta love love. We gotta love love. It's the month of love, and we are celebrating that. And we're celebrating it in the kitchen with some delicious tapas, some cooking, yes. And this morning we welcome back a rather familiar face to the kitchen, Chef Kelly. She's here. Now, if you haven't seen Kelly for a while, and also doesn't know what she does, she doesn't just cook, she does a lot of other things because she's really working hard behind the scenes, ensuring that you get the up-to-date traffic and weather reports, and also listening to all of your WhatsApps that you send through, those voice notes. She goes through every single thing, so none of you are missed in terms of that. You know what I mean? But we've grabbed her from the control room to whip up two of our crew members' favorite tapas: crispy, deep-fried olives that I've never had in my life, and some delicious marinated tomato and feta crostini.
Exciting.
It sounds very exciting. Kelly, it's lucky to have you in the kitchen.
It's so good to be back here, and it's been a while since I've been this side of the counter.
Well, thank you for coming out of the control room. Is everything sorted at least? Nothing's going to go wrong, or
after this I'll be heading out.
You'll be heading just
doing my thing. Yeah, doing my thing.
Okay, hundreds. All right, so deep-fried olives and marinated tomato and feta crostini.
So these are two special tapas that we have here today because we are creating two of our crew members' favorite tapas. So this is Tiffany's over here, the deep-fried olives.
Tiffany's also part of our food content plan,
Yes, and then Mo, our auto-queue operator, is the tomato and feta.
Right.
Appreciate it. So we'll start with the olives.
Okay.
So it's quite easy, you want to get pitted olives because, I mean, who wants to put an individual olive?
Yeah.
So it's convenient. You can get these. Just make sure that you dry them on some paper towel. We've dried them.
All right. Or if you have a olive pitta at home, then you can use that. Okay.
You can use that as well, yeah. So we'll be starting off with our egg yolk. You can just squeeze that over there.
That I will do for you gladly. I've never had a deep-fried olive. I wasn't joking.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah. It'll be my first time. So we're just going to season our breadcrumbs with some paprika, some black pepper, and garlic powder.
Righto.
You can season it however you like, really, but today we'll be doing these.
Okay, I want to see how this is going to go down. Yeah. So any specific way to prepare the olives? Because I know when they get like room temperature, they obviously go quite soft, especially if they don't have the pip in and if it's kind of that type of olive. So can you kind of put them in the freezer maybe?
No, so what we're going to do is once we batter or panay, this is a process called panaying.
Panaying?
So it's essentially just making sure that your food item, whether it is an olive, a piece of meat, a vegetable, is just covered with flour and then deep fried so that it obtains this crispy outer layer.
Understand. Right,
Yeah.
So it's going to go in there?
Yeah, you can just,
Just want to quickly make sure that our hands are clean because I feel this is going to get messy.
It could, yeah, it could.
It could, yeah. It could definitely. Okay.
So I'll just add the olives for you over here.
Thank you.
You can use the fork. Just dust them in some flour.
Oh, it looks like I'm going to go hunting for a few now. Okay, so there's a good dusting, and then?
And then you're putting it into the egg wash, or...
Can I put all of them?
Yeah. Try and shake off the excess flour. You don't want it to be clumpy.
All right. Mm-hmm. Just like so. Oh, so just a little light covering.
Yeah. And then once you shake them, give them a good shake, then you're going to add them to our seasoned breadcrumbs.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just quickly roll them around.
You see, it could get messy, but...
Yeah, I see. But I'm just quickly covering them. Okay, cool. They look like pretty covered.
Yeah, they're good. Then you can go ahead and...
Get them in there, in their little breadcrumb bath.
Awesome. Once you get it going with that, I'll just dust them with some breadcrumbs.
Ooh, Nice and messy. Okay.
And you want
How's
to kind
that?
of
How's that?
gently, it's
Yeah.
good, but you want to kind of gently pat them down just so that the
So you get like it
breading
sticks down.
yeah.
All right.
And these aren't ready quite yet because you were speaking about whether you're putting it in the
Yes.
freezer or making sure that it's cold. So with any deep fried item, you want to make sure that it's either cold or frozen.
Yes.
I think it's best if it's frozen so that
Right.
the batter remains like
Oh, I
intact.
see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
then then they come out looking like this.
Little
Tiny little bollikies, yeah.
So we'll place them on a plate and then into the fridge
Yes.
for about 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
Okay.
The longer the better, but not more than an hour.
Right.
And then we're just gonna gently fry them in some oil, vegetable oil, or any neutral oil that you
So
have.
you're just checking that it's hot enough.
Yeah, it's not quite hot, but we'll give that a minute or two.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
we can potentially move on to the other side so long.
yeah, but before we move there,
Yes.
when you serve them, you're gonna use, we're gonna dry them on some paper towel just to gather that
disperse
excess
the
oil.
excess oil.
Yeah, there we
Okay.
go. And then you can serve it with some lemon, some parsley, even some tzatziki like we have over
Yeah.
there.
I can't wait to try
I
it.
prefer creme fraiche just because I'm not a tzatziki girl. But today we're serving it with tzatziki.
You're a creme fraiche
I'm
girl.
a creme fraiche girl.
Okay. You start on there. I just want to rinse my hand quickly again.
Awesome. So we've got some tomatoes
Righto.
that's just been hulled. Some chili flakes, love chili.
Ooh, I love dried chili flakes.
Some salt and pepper.
pepper.
And some oregano.
Yes. Oregano.
Oregano. And then some grated fresh garlic. Fresh is
Ooh.
always better.
Yes. Hundreds. And that's as easy. Are you going to toast the little pieces of
Yeah,
bread?
so we've got our pan going. There's some olive oil over there. So
Okay.
you could toast them.
Do I do a couple of them quickly?
Yeah.
All right.
It's so
We just
simple,
want to give them a
Ewan.
little color, right?
Yeah, just so nice and golden.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
mean, you were mentioning that your son was having a Valentine's dance tonight.
Yes, my boyki is having a Valentine's dance
I mean,
night
you
at
could
the
even
school.
prepare this like as a snack before.
Jeez, now we're talking
goes,
fancy,
you know.
eh? Now we're talking fancy. I would love to taste that though. All right,
Yeah.
so these are going to go.
So we've got the garlic in here, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil
Right. Ooh,
should
it's
do
gonna be
it,
lovely.
and then some balsamic vinegar.
And balsamic. Ooh, I love
Or
the
red wine
balsamic
vinegar.
Or
Yeah.
red wine vinegar. Great. Listen, while you finish it off, should we bring our tasters in?
Let them come.
Come,
Let
come,
them
come,
come.
come. Let's get Tiffany and Mo as well. Because this is their tapas, after
Yeah,
all.
I think it's only fair that they get to taste
Yeah.
it.
Fantastic.
Hello.
Hello, look, it's the whole family this morning. Okay, so Tiff here, she's also part of the content food plan and she plans everything out for us and make sure the kitchen is nice. And Mo on that end, make sure that our autocue runs beautifully. She's smooth, that's for sure. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much. You're helping us out a lot.
Hello.
All right, so Olive's your favorite.
Yeah.
So-
That's my favorite. So I'm gonna have of that actually prepared earlier.
Righto.
I'm gonna grab mine. It looks absolutely delicious, Miss Kelly
Now,
Ann.
I would love to try one as well.
Okay, you go for it as
So
well.
how do you, with the,
What's this the sauce?
I didn't even know you can deep fry an olive.
You didn't know?
No.
Okay, I was gonna do that, but it's too much admin.
That's nice.
10 out of 10, Kelly. 10 out of 10.
And I thank you.
I'd like to also try some of
Go for it.
yours.
Go for it.
It's so simple, friend. I like that it's quick and it's nice
Yeah.
and quick to make.
Yeah.
In under 10 minutes, you'll
I
be
mean, it
done.
really wasn't difficult at all. All right.
Stunning.
And then we
Love
just
it.
quickly got a taste of Christine over there.
Mo, you go for it.
100%.
Oh, look at that.
Now this looks fancy.
You taste, I'll finish off.
Okay. Can I taste one as well? Oh, all right. So if you want to get your hands on the recipes for our deep fried olives and our marinated tomato and feta crostinis, very easy. It's on our website, expressoshow.com. You can find the recipes there. Maybe it's a great idea if you're going to be having a braai this weekend, you know, as a pre-snack also. You know, I think it's a fantastic recipe. So well done, guys. Thank you very much for
Thank you,
lending us
Kelly.
your time. I know that you're technically on the clock and still
Yeah.
working, but hey, let's take a pause and enjoy this. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You are still on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And this morning, we're learning about how we can, in fact, have the best of both worlds. I'm talking about a good time while also being healthy. And what am I talking about exactly? I am talking about our friends who are at the forefront of technology, Samsung South Africa. They've done it again. They have brought us amazing things that make our lives easier, but make them even greater. Yes, of course, when we watch our televisions in our homes, we want to create that cinematic feel that allow us to have a spectacular viewing experience. But friend, we also want to make sure that we're looking after ourselves, right? Because sometimes it's difficult to find the balance between something that's still immersive, but at the same time, very, very healthy for our eyes. Well, Samsung South Africa is in the building to tell us all about this great thing that they've done. And of course, it is the head of Gen Z marketing, none other than Anesu Malisa, who's here to tell us about it. Everyone, let's give him a feel-good welcome. Anesu.
Good morning.
How are you?
Grand like 1,000 rand.
Ooh, I love that. Feeling like $1 million?
Quarter two.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Anesu, let's get into this because you guys have done it again.
Yeah.
You've done the impossible. You've made our lives easier, healthier even, because we know that, you know, Samsung's Neo QLED and the lifestyle TVs recently received a certification. Because when we're talking about us and, you know, our screen time, we always want to make sure that we are, in fact, putting our health at the forefront. Talk to us about the certification and how it helps us with this.
All right, so the certification that our Neo QLED TVs and some of our lifestyle TVs have received is what's called the Eye Care Circadian Certification. Okay, so don't worry, we're going to get a little bit techie today, but I'm going to explain.
Yes.
So this certification was received from the VDE, which is one of the leading electrical engineering certification institutes in Germany.
Yeah.
And basically what this means is it highlights Samsung's dedication to developing products that prioritize eye care, eye health, and also well-being.
Come on, I love that. I mean, as someone who is always in front of a screen, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And like I said, you guys always make our lives that much better. But let's talk about exactly what the certification is when we talk about why exactly it is a little bit healthier and even important for us as consumers.
Yeah, it's important for your TV to have this type of certification because if it does, it basically means that your TV has features that supports eye comfort and also it kind of helps out with your natural circadian rhythm and it does not disrupt your natural circadian rhythm. And what circadian rhythm is, are you ready?
Yes, tell us.
Here we go.
We're listening.
Circadian rhythm is basically your internal body clock. And it's the thing that tells you when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake up. So having this type of feature on your TV ensures that you can enjoy a long viewing session without obviously the discomfort on your eyes, but also any potential negative impact on your sleep.
I like that. And we like our sleep in this house. Yes.
I love my sleep.
Exactly. So we should take care of it. But then talk to me about what you were just saying. Now, you said there's a feature.
Yes.
What feature is it that helps us to improve our visual comfort and everything else in between when it comes to the television?
So I like to say that home entertainment just got comfortable thanks to what we like to call eye comfort mode.
Yes.
All right. And very simply, eye comfort mode is a nifty feature that adapts the picture on your screen, which includes brightness, and adapts it to your environment and also depending on the time of day.
Yeah.
And so this is really awesome because let's think about during the evening, right? So this feature reduces blue light, which obviously would have an impact on your eyes, but also could disrupt your sleep.
Yes. I like this. You're like the doctor of TVs right now. You're really just you're explaining the insides and the outsides and how it's good for us. And this is why I also then want to ask you, because this is not the first time that you guys have received recognition.
Yeah.
Talk to us about all the recognition that you guys have received as Samsung and your TVs. Let's get into it.
Yeah. So one I really want to sort of highlight today is what's called the glare-free verification.
Okay.
All right. And what this basically means, and this was specifically for our lifestyle TVs, such as your Frame and your Serve TVs. And the reason why this verification is important for consumers is because it considers three things. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go for three things.
I'm listening.
Number one, right? Glare reduction, right? And glare reduction is obviously taking into account the lights that are in the room and how it impacts your viewing experience. The second one, which is my personal favorite one, is reflection reduction.
Yes.
So I don't know if you've ever sat down, watched TV, but you actually see more of yourself on your screen, like it's almost looking like a mirror and you're not really enjoying what you're watching.
Oh my word, you can get rid of that?
Yeah, so it obviously it reduces your reflection. And then the third one, which is really awesome, is different viewing angles, right? So it takes into consideration different viewing angles, which means that no matter where you are, where you're watching from,
Yeah.
you're going to have a very pleasant viewing experience.
That's awesome. I like how much detail you pay to each and every part of your televisions.
Yeah.
This is why you guys stay winning.
Yes.
And this is why I have to ask as we wrap up, what can we look forward to still in terms of innovation from Samsung in 2025?
This year is going to be a big year. There are a lot of announcements made at CES, but we're gonna hold off until about later on in the year in June, where we're really going to come out. But what I can say, what consumers can look forward to, is obviously an expansion in our TV ranges, advanced technology, and obviously we're going to be doubling down on AI. So obviously we'll be talking about AI, obviously not just from a mobile perspective, but even with regards to our TVs. But this year you're really going to be seeing how AI is going to come to the table when it comes to your actual viewing experience, and you yourself interacting with AI and on your TV.
Hectic. You know what? Some people are scared of AI. Me, if it's making my viewing experience and everything else in between that much better, she must come. AI, she can join us at the table. Anesu, thank you so much.
Thank you.
A huge high five to you and the family.
Party
You're not just
karate.
verified, you're certified.
Hey,
we love it for
Dr.
you.
T. You might as well just call me Dr.
That's
T.
right. The doctor of Gen Z marketing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anesu.
Thank you so much.
It's Samsung South Africa doing it yet again, saying yes, they are in fact at the forefront of technology, allowing us to have the best viewing experience. And now with screens that have your eyes in mind when they're created, there are no excuses. It's all about viewing with comfort at ease, my friend, and more than anything else, making sure that you indeed are having that spectacular viewing experience.
Thank you so much, Zanele. Exciting stuff, a TV with your eyes in mind. You've got to love the technological advancements, that's for sure. Keep an eye out for that one. 2 minutes past 7 o'clock. Let's quickly take another look at your major news stories going into your Friday. Starting off with your national news. Postbank urges all SASSA grant beneficiaries to upgrade to the new black card before the February 28 deadline, as the gold cards are being phased out. Now, the black card features biometric authentication and enhanced encryption for better security and faster grant payments. Now, Postbank CEO Nikki Mgangashe stresses the urgency, stating the gold card will stop working after February 28. She highlights the black card's convenience, allowing beneficiaries to swipe at retailers and withdraw cash easily, ensuring continued access to funds and compliance with banking regulations. And at his 2025 SONA in Cape Town City Hall, President Cyril Ramaphosa refuted US President Trump's land expropriation claims, vowing South Africa would defend its sovereignty. He condemned Trump's allegations of mistreatment and funding cuts impacting 17% of AIDS and TB programs. Now, Ramaphosa announced a 20 billion rand annual transformation fund over 5 years to empower black South Africans, women and persons with disabilities. He prioritized boosting economic growth beyond 3% through 940 billion rand infrastructure investments and establishing a national water resource infrastructure agency to address failing water systems and ensure fair procurement. Over to international news headlines this morning. The Trump administration's freeze on U.S. foreign aid has disrupted global famine relief efforts, leaving $340 million worth of food aid in limbo. Now, the move has halted U.S. aid operations, delaying emergency food assistance in crisis zones like Sudan and Gaza. Aid groups face uncertainty as key officials have been placed on leave. Now, Trump's decision has also stalled the production of life-saving nutrition supplements, raising concerns about worsening hunger in vulnerable regions. In 2023, almost 282 million people in 59 countries and territories experienced extreme food shortages that threatened their livelihoods. And Kenya has confirmed the deployment of 144 additional officers, bringing the total number of officers in Haiti to over 700. Now, the Kenyan-led multinational security support mission under UN auspices has been operating in Haiti since 2023. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres noted that the mission is still not fully deployed, with fewer than 800 of the planned 2,500 officers in place. Now, Haiti's transitional government struggles with violence, gang activity and poverty, while over 5,600 people were killed in gang violence last year and over 1 million were displaced. And we'll end off with this story on a lighter note. Cats in hats for science? Well, absolutely. Researchers at the University of Montreal have found a clever way to study feline arthritis pain by fitting cats with tiny knitted beanies. Now, traditional electrodes were a no-go since cats would just shake them off or naturally chew them. So scientists wove sensors onto cozy wool caps, allowing them to scan the cat's brains while awake. With some treats and encouragement, the cats tolerated their stylish headwear, enabling researchers to observe how sensory stimulation like colored lights and soothing scents affects pain perception. Now, the study published in Journal of Neuroscience Methods offers hope for better feline pain management. Meanwhile, the cats are just still deciding if hats are the latest fashion trend or not. That's where we leave your news stories for the 7 o'clock bulletin. Right now, let's get another round of your sports. Graham is standing by.
Are so judgy. I wonder how they feel about last night's football. This has bound to have polarised the country. Let's start with Liverpool storming into the League Cup final with a dominant 4-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur at Anfield, sealing a 4-1 aggregate victory. Cody Gakpo, Mohamed Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai and Virgil van Dijk all finding the net and overturning that first-leg deficit against an injury-hit Spurs. In fact, they've been like that the whole season. So the Reds, now eyeing a record-extending 11th title, will face Newcastle United at Wembley on the 16th of March. That, as manager on a slot, he targets his first English final. Now, speaking of finals, let's get back to cricket here in South Africa. And Tony de Zorzi and Jordan Herman, they shone with brilliant half-centuries yesterday, guiding the Sunrisers Eastern Cape to an 8-wicket win over the Paarl Royals in their SA20 qualifier 2 at Centurion. So despite a rocky start to the season, the Gqeberha-based team showcasing massive resilience, chasing down their target with 4 balls to spare. A very dramatic final over. So the two-time champions now face MI Cape Town in Saturday's final at the Wanderers, aiming for a historic third SA20 title. Now we stay with cricket, but a little further afield. Shubman Gill's stellar 87 and then a crucial 94-run partnership with Shreyas Iyer, who weighed in with 59 himself, powered India to a 4-wicket win over England in their first ODI in Nagpur yesterday. So despite early setbacks and Virat Kohli's absence, India chasing down 249 with 11.2 overs to spare, backed by a very strong bowling display as well. So the hosts now take a 1-0 lead in the series with that second ODI set for this coming Sunday in Cuttack. Now we turn to tennis, and Stefanos Tsitsipas staged a thrilling comeback, saving a match point and rallying from a set down to defeat Talon Griekspoor 6-7, 7-6, 7-5 at the Rotterdam Open. So the world number 12 battling for 3 hours to overcome the Dutchman's challenge. Tsitsipas now advances to the quarterfinals, where he'll face Italian qualifier Mattia Bellucci, who stunned second seed at Daniil Medvedev this week. I think it was on Wednesday, to make his way through the progression. But a massive moment for Tsitsipas, especially this early in the season, and that's where we leave our sport for now. We will start talking a bit more Arsenal as we invite another super fan in just a moment. Right now, let's catch up on the roads.
Let's jump out onto the roads indeed and get you to where you're going safely. Let's start off in KZN Durban. There's been a multi-vehicle accident, unfortunately, on the N2 northbound after the ramp from Higginson Highway. Lanes are restricted and heavy delays are expected. Please proceed with extra caution when passing through the affected area. Then in the Mother City, traffic is slow moving along the M5 northbound at the N2 inbound ramp. Minor delays are expected for motorists using this route, so do allow for some travel time. We're going to keep you up to date with everything happening all around the country, but for now, let's check out your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued warnings as severe storms bring heavy downpours and flooding to parts of the country today. A yellow level 2 warning is in effect for Central and Western Free State, where thunderstorms could cause localized flooding in low-lying areas, roads and bridges, along with potential damage to property and infrastructure. Meanwhile, a yellow level 1 storm warning also applies to the northern parts of the Eastern Cape. And in contrast, extremely high fire danger conditions are forecast for the Western Cape, and hot, uncomfortable weather is expected across the West Coast and surrounding areas. We'll let you know if anything else comes through from the South African Weather Service. But for now, we're waiting for your sunrise view to come through. And we got to give a very big shout out to Naomi from Durban, where it is a lovely 27 degrees Celsius today. Naomi, this picture, quit your day job. This is your new job, being a photographer. What do you mean? The beautiful lighthouse with the sun just coming out over the beautiful sea. I am obsessed. You have done everything you needed to do, and I love it. And thank you so much for allowing us to see what it is you're waking up to, my lovely. You, though, Mzansi, need to come through. 063-408-8863. Please show us what your sunrise view is this morning so we can show the rest of the country. Right now, let's show you the temperatures so you know how to dress.
Right, so we're going to shift focus off the heat for just a moment. Please just look after yourselves out there. But we're going to focus on, because it's the start of a brand new year, being inspired. And when students have the right kind of inspiration and access to excellent educational facilities, they're not just learning, they are thriving. 2025, The Thrive. And this Saturday, the 8th of February, you get the opportunity to check out the truly outstanding facilities at the Joburg Crawford International School campuses to go and get for yourself firsthand a feel for the ultimate schooling experience for your kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you think about going to a college or a school, what is important for you? What needs to stand out?
For me, I love the balance and where, you've got to feel it out for yourself of being progressive, but also having structure and tradition. So you want a good history, a proven track record, but for me, it's the feel, it's the energy in the space, because we're people, after all. It's not just an institution that you're plugging into, it's your child plugging into a network of
that
people.
Environment, I mean, we all resonate with different energies. That's why these open days are so important to go and attend. So here's the thing. So this Saturday, like Graham said, it's an open day to check out the facilities at the Johannesburg Crawford International Schools. And then for parents who are ready to win a 2,000 Rand Walton's voucher for their kids, here's one. Simply head on over to our Expresso social media pages and tell us what you think gives Crawford International Schools a globally competitive edge, because they really do. And why would you want to enroll your child at Crawford International? So you can check out all the details on our social media pages, but just don't forget to include that hashtag Crawford International. Now, this competition closes on the 9th of February. Remember, those T's and C's apply, and you can find them on our website, expressoshow.com, but it's a really great opportunity for you.
Yeah, fantastic opportunity. Go and check it out for yourself. But before you do that, you can check out what's coming up over the next hour of the show. Well, let's take care of the next 15 minutes. And Ella, what's on the way?
Oh, on the way, I need you to get ready because we are going to be getting to meet comedian and superfan Khanyisa Jam Jam, one of my faves. So trust me, you're about to have a bit of a sprinkle on top of this feel-good morning. And then we get to chat to the ever-incredible Nontokozo Mkhize, who is breaking records with her incredible, beautiful piece of work called Esandleni. Friend, stick around because it's still about to get good. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back on the other side of the hills. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Let's talk a little footy. Sometimes the toughest of circumstances make the funniest people, and that could not be more true for our amazing new and next guest. He's not so new on the show, but certainly for this year. Arsenal super fan and comedian Kanyisa Jam. This week we managed to get this particular Arsenal fan out of hiding to chat all things EPL, a little bit of cup. We'll chat about that as well. Sorry, it's been a tough couple of weeks for you. It's been an interesting season. First of all, my brother, even though you are wearing my enemy's colours, because I won't be impartial for this discussion, buddy, I've got to ask you, how are you, my friend?
No, I'm very good, man. So far, so good. This year's been good. Arsenal-wise, not too good, but personally, I've had a good year. I've had a good start, so I'm good.
And this is, I'm wonderful, dude. All the better for connecting with you. I love these moments because there's something magical about the English Premier League and the kind of emotional investment we as South African fans have in the footy across the pond. Yeah. What is it about the Gunners? Why Arsenal? Who cursed you like this, my friend?
They fooled me in the early 2000s. Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, those kind of guys, Arsene Wenger. When we were doing well, when we were invincible, doing all those breaking records, as a young kid, they fooled me. And that with a 20-plus league goal striker, that would be the difference. Once again, we fortified other places on the field, bought some players in defense and midfield, but we didn't get that out-and-out striker. So I think that's probably been the biggest obstacle. That's what would push us over the line, a 20-goal league striker. Yeah.
Just someone who's a bona fide goal scorer that you can, and I'll use like an Erling Haaland as an example because he is that guy. Even in the lean times, once every couple of games, you're going to get a goal from him, and you kind of know that throughout a season you can rest your laurels on that. If we look at the positives within an Arsenal setup, they are known for unearthing amazing young players. They put a lot of stock in looking for young players to invest and bringing them up through the ranks. Would you like to see a big name being brought from another club? Is there someone that needs to be groomed from within the fold? Because there have been some amazing, if you look at the Sakas, there's some incredible young players within that setup. Where do they need to spend money?
The big one is, like I said, striker. There's Ollie Watkins. We tried to get him now in the January transfer window. Didn't go according to plan, but I wouldn't mind a proven Premier League goal scorer like Ollie Watkins. The big one that everyone wants is the guy from Newcastle, Alexander Isak. But that's, when it's a local club, they're probably going to charge 120 million or something like that. No matter what the balance sheets are saying, as fans, we want trophies, we want, good football. So for us, I don't think the money side of things is too important. We want to see the team actually lifting trophies and being successful.
Can you do it this season? 6 points behind, or when last I checked, it's not an impossibility. Do you give yourself just that little bit of breathing room?
I will give us a chance, but it's not looking hopeful because Liverpool also have a game in hand, and Liverpool, when they get into sort of the form that they're in right now, it's hard to stop. So we'd have to beat them, have other teams do favors for us, and when you put it in other teams' hands, that's when it's not the most
Chelsea
ideal.
will step up and ruin your season, but they won't go and do it for somebody else.
There's someone around the corner who might. Yeah, there's someone around the corner who might ruin our season. These random teams, Ipswich looking for 3 points, fighting relegation.
Forest is ready to destroy someone's season.
Just derail our season.
I got to ask, are you an exuberant fan? Are you inward? So whenever Spurs score, generally I'm out the room. I'm like the good luck charm. As soon as I leave, they'll score. So my mates will be like, get out, we need to come back. Do you celebrate? Do you have a dance?
No, I celebrate. I go crazy, especially when I'm at home. Like, I think I've even gotten some noise complaints from my neighbors. I go crazy, especially like now when we beat City 5-1. I'm definitely going to get a noise complaint for that one.
I like the way you wove that back into the conversation, the 5-1.
Yeah, I had to drop it there,
It actually did happen. So to all of his neighbours, we apologise. Buddy, we absolutely love you, even though you're sitting on the other side of the fence. It brings to bear just how much we are invested in the English Premier League. As fans, it is, I think, the best footballing league in the world. And it hurts, man, when our team isn't doing so well. It hurts, but when they're flying, oh man, so are we.
A
whole season ahead. A myriad of possibilities.
ABSA, official banking partner of the Premier League.
Well, if that didn't get you excited, maybe this will. Pick your 6 lucky numbers today and play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 31 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Friday, today, yes. So what you can do is you can play Powerball for an estimated 19 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 12 million rand today. It's big money. What are you waiting for? Go out, buy your tickets now in store. You can do it on the nationallottery.co.za website, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply by dialing, as you know, *120 *7529 # if you want to enter via USSD. But we've made it easier. We've also posted all of those details on our Expresso social media pages, so go check them out and push up, play Powerball and Powerball Plus for a whopping 31 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. For your chance to win big, play now. Right, we're going to take a very quick ad break, and when we come back, you don't want to miss a thing because we have a huge announcement to make. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you just now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And we can only be feeling good on a Friday, getting you ready for the weekend. You're tuned in with us, your Feel Good Breakfast Show family. And we indeed are all about feeling good because last week, Ronald Reed's life changed forever because we were part of giving away a beautiful education, Richfield College bursary with 180,000 rand, if I must tell you. And friend, it is something that doesn't go on its own. No, it came with a brand new laptop on top of that because you need to be able to be connected to get that education going. And Richfield has been doing such incredible work. And this is why we're still excited just to be hearing about all of the finalists and getting to know their stories a little bit more. So this morning, we're actually joined by one finalist, somebody who's in the running to possibly be a winner. And I'm so excited for you to get to know them because this is all about their story. But then on top of that, we also get to hear from one of the beautiful ladies that is all about running Richfield to be the really biggest and best educational facility that it is. And this morning, ladies and gents, I hope you're ready for this because we welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is none other than Liana Palmer, who is one of the finalists for the competition, as well as, of course, the beautiful Jenny Griffiths. Let's give them a Feel Good welcome. Hello, amazing humans. How are you?
Good morning, good morning.
Guys,
excited.
I was going to say, I'm very excited. Because as we go on this journey of just getting to know the finalists, I think it's so incredible. Congratulations on being a finalist.
Thank you, Anele.
How are you feeling about that?
I feel so thankful to be here.
Yeah.
And this opportunity is an opportunity of a lifetime.
It really is, Leona, it really is. And this is why I then need to ask you, because it's not every day that you become a finalist, right? For something such as a huge bursary opportunity. You know, what made you even decide that you want to enter?
Because when I visited Richfield, it was such a welcoming environment, the campus.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the student advisor and the manager there invited us to take a photo. And then my mother also mentioned the competition.
Yes.
And we just entered it to try our luck.
I love that. Well, I mean, look at your luck now, because you're sitting pretty as a young finalist. And right now, I mean, I need to come to you, Jenny, because I feel like you guys are doing such amazing work. As one of the campus managers, it's really just been so beautiful just to see all of you guys working together to just change all of these lives. Why is it so important for Richfield to be doing this?
Well, it's the key to progress in any environment.
True.
Whether it's socially, economically, in the community.
Yeah.
Education, as Nelson Mandela said,
Yes.
is exactly that key.
Yeah.
And that's what it's our passion.
Yeah.
The student is at the core of what we do.
Yeah.
And we know that with education, we can uplift this nation and this country.
100%. And they always say not all heroes wear capes. You guys are the heroes that are leading our youngsters, which is absolutely incredible. And this is why right now I want to go to your entry, Leona, because you were asked, of course, you know, what exactly it is that education means to you. And you said you want to enter this fantastic giveaway. Education has always been important to me. While growing up, my mother taught me the importance of education and why we should always strive to grow and learn. My mother raised me well and paid for my school fees on her own, and she's been my pillar of strength and my motivation. I passed with a bachelor degree, and I'd love to further my studies at Richfield, but my mom is facing some financial difficulties. Well, that is something that I think so many South Africans can identify with, Leona. And, you know, Jenny, you guys are doing such incredible work, like I said. So I think that this is possibly the time for us to get into what could be happening right about now. And for me, I want to know, Leona, how are you feeling right now?
A bit nervous.
Are you a bit nervous? Well, Leona, it is our absolute pleasure to let you know that you are the winner of 180,000 Rand Richfield College bursary and a brand new laptop. Congratulations!
Very excited for you.
Congratulations, Leona. Yes, show it to that camera indeed. Leona, how are you feeling right now?
So grateful.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I can imagine. And is this going to be something that changes your life, changes it for the family?
Yes, changes my life, changes my family's life.
Yes. And Leona, I mean, you know, this is also something that's just going to take the pressure off of mom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And what would you like to say to all of the people out there who are possibly just like, you know, one day I also want to further my studies? What would you say to them?
You always have to stay consistent and prosper in the hard times.
Yes. Well, Leona, you've been a product of that. And Jenny, is there anything you'd like to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Jenny.
And I can feel your passion. And I know that you're going to make such a huge success of your life. And Mom's going to be so very proud of you, as with the rest of your family. And we're super, super excited to have you as part of the Richfield family.
Yes.
So welcome, welcome.
I love this. Congratulations again, Leona. And well done to you and the team, Jenny. Did you see how happy mom got over there? Hey, I think everyone's just celebrating here in this beautiful studio. And this is the thing. Jenny, you guys still have more to do, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Registrations are open.
Oh.
We've got 8 fabulous top world-class campuses around the country.
Yes.
So please come and visit us. We'd love to see you at one of our campuses.
Oh, I love this. And thank you again just for being the people that you are, Jenny. And Leona, I'm so happy for you. Oh, my goodness. You see, this is what it is about, Mzansi. It is all about us 100% taking hold of every opportunity that is thrown at us and allowing us as people to possibly just put ourselves in a greater and grander stead. And this is why I need to let you know that this is your last chance to win a Richfield Education Bursary. Your academic goals could be powered by 180,000 Rand and a brand new laptop. And it is all about you taking that in your hands and going and entering and understanding this beautiful opportunity. Let me give you all of the details because, my friend, those new heights that you want to reach, they are indeed in your hands. And all you got to do to enter, simply follow Richfield and Expresso social media pages, reply to the competition post on Expresso's social media page, and tell us who taught you the importance of education. Don't forget to use the hashtag Richfield and click the link in the post to complete your inquiry form. And the competition does close on the 16th of February 2025. T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on expressoshow.com. But I wish you all the best, and you could be like Liano, 180,000 Rand worth of a bursary just for you and a brand new laptop. Everyone, let's give him another congratulations and thank you, Richfield.
Leon, man. Dude, he's speechless. I don't think he saw that coming at all. Well done, Zanele.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I pulled one off there. I absolutely love that. But the emotion on this young man's face, because you could kind of see him starting to actually put it all into place in his mind.
Yeah, those wheels slowly started turning.
Now you got to work, buddy. Now you got to work. Now I think he is built for the job. I absolutely love that. Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, shifting gears a little bit right now from education to some home DIY. And we know it as a vibrant nation of blended cultures moving between different worlds comes rather naturally to us. So that's why the 2025 Plascon Color Forecast embraces the theme of hybridity, a celebration of color that recharges any space.
And this week with Plascon, of course, at our side, we embrace dark tones now, bold, sophisticated, and full of depth. From moody blues to deep charcoals, these shades transform spaces with just a touch of elegance and intensity.
Yeah, absolutely. So Palesa caught up with trend analyst Chris Reed and gorgeous Georgia's Terence Pierce to explore how dark colors create impact and redefine modern design.
Inspired by the opulence of generations past, Plascon's dark palette speaks both to a timeless and modern fashion. Join me today at Gorgeous George here in Cape Town CBD to continue to unpack Plascon's 2025 color forecast and the dark color family. You know, Chris, today we are breaking down dark colors and those dark tones that we enjoy so much. And I know for myself, as soon as I step into a home or a space that kind of highlights those dark colors, it automatically feels opulent and very luxurious. In modern times, do we still see that being kind of reflected?
Yeah, completely. What we've seen is we've come through a long period of quiet luxury where everything's been quite restrained and quite neutral, and I think people are looking again to the more kind of rich and sumptuous colors and textures and finishes to really signify luxury again. So I think now more than ever, looking back to the past is really where we're getting our cues for luxury from.
Parents, we find ourselves within the heart of St. George's Mall here in Cape Town CBD, and what a beautiful space Gorgeous George is. But looking outside, there are quite a few heritage buildings, and I believe this is one too. Can you just unpack a little bit more about where we find ourselves and the memories of yesteryear?
Well, welcome first of all. Yeah, we're in the city of Cape Town, right in the CBD, on an iconic walkway that basically runs through the heart of Cape Town. But where we are is actually two heritage buildings we have combined into one. We've kept lots of the elements, part of its original charm, but also came with more of a modern feeling to it, to sort of be a mix of old world and new, very modern, but with a lot of homages to the past.
So Chris, what then inspired the dark color family?
So darks really came from looking at the textures and materials in heritage luxury. So we've got sort of tones like old leather, jewel tones, highly lacquered colors. The red, for example, in this palette comes from a kind of lacquer red that we saw a lot in the Regency era. So really, more than any other palette, this was inspired by the things that would surround you in a kind of era like luxury.
So not only is mixing the old with the new quite important to Gorgeous George, but your color choice. You've decided to go quite dark and quite deep. It creates a cocoon-like intimate feel.
Yeah, I think the basis of what we started with was this raw sort of exposed concrete look, and we like to keep a very dramatic look. That's why you see a lot of dark colors, but without making it look dark.
Chris, we are all familiar with the saying, orange is the new black. But it seems as if with this dark color family, there are certain other nuanced dark colors that are replacing black.
Totally. I don't think people are using pure black as much as they did before, and a lot of the colors in this palette, like our black bean, like Beautiful Brown Eyes, are so dark that they take the place of black in interior. So you can paint them on a wall, they kind of look black, but when the light hits them, you see the brown, you see the aubergine under, so it's got a lot more depth than I think you would have had before.
Terence, we find ourselves in one of the beautiful bedrooms here at the Gorgeous George. What was some of your design approach when it comes to the colors in the space?
Wanted to create a feeling of contrast between walking through the passageways, which are very stark and mixed between darks and multicolored carpets, and obviously the city. And we came up with a lot of muted colors in the rooms, but with very dramatic contrast between the furniture, the carpets, hand-painted tiles, and just the fixtures in general.
Yeah, well, it seems like the vibrance and the energy of Cape Town is certainly alive here at the Gorgeous George. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Well, Mzansi, it's so invigorating to know that dark color tones, whether it be blacks or grays, don't need to be boring. Step into a world where color meets possibility with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products and stand to win a state-of-the-art Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid worth 500,000 Rand. Simply WhatsApp your receipt, name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply. Plascon, together we've got this.
Yep, together we got this. There's a theme of hybridity, some nice color inspiration.
Bold and intense, or
bold and
intense and well, I don't know. We absolutely love that. Well, hopefully that's got you feeling creative. If you need some inspiration, a lot is on the way.
Yeah, for sure, man. So we're going to be hanging out with a superstar, Ntokozo Mkhize, and she is absolutely breaking records with her brand new single. And yeah, we're going to be performing as well for us there. So there she is. Yay. Good morning, Ntokozo.
Another wonderful human being joining the team. Then, of course, a whole team of wonderful human beings at Buco with an incredible pencil case initiative that we're going to open up in just a moment. We'll see now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, it is. Kumnandi, things are happening, and more than anything else, the vibes are vibing. This morning, we get to go into the weekend being blown away by an absolutely incredible act. I am talking about a multi-award-winning, beautiful, amazing artist who actually, my friend, has broken records in such a short amount of time that people are saying, what? And when I say breaking records, hey, she's breaking Adele's records. Do you know that? I'm about to tell you more about it because I'm talking about none other than Nontokozo Mkhize, who is here to not just perform for us, but to tell us all about her brand new album, Lindy Where. And I cannot wait for us to continue celebrating her from today into forever, because when she sings, the whole room shakes and everybody is moved because of her beautiful talent. Everyone, let's give her a feel-good welcome, please. Nontokozo, my love. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm all the better for meeting you because you're so incredible at what you do, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
But let's start at the beginning. Where did this whole thing of loving music even begin for you?
At home we sing, but I started singing professionally 2017. But I've always been in music, you know, and then started my solo journey 2023.
Oh, and that's what I was actually going to jump into in terms of you saying, you know, you started singing professionally 2017. 2023 came the solo journey.
Yes.
What made you decide to go solo? What made you be like, okay, it's time to break away from groups and everything? You know, what is that number one thing that really just pushed you to do it?
Nothing really to it. I post a lot of my work on social media, and I got a text from Nation Cross, Nomfundo Mo's producer, and he was like, you are so talented, can we do something? I think for me it was just taking a leap of faith and just saying, okay, what do I have to lose? Let me just see.
Yeah, and babes, I mean, taking the leap of faith, it has paid off. Yeah. Risk equals reward, because right about now, I can say your new album, Lindy, received 1.321 million streams on SA Spotify in its first week.
Crazy.
How did that make you feel when you woke up to that?
Crazy. I was expecting something good, but not this. You know, it's unreal. It's still doing very well on all platforms. It's just something I never thought ingenzeka in such a short space of time for uqala.
That's literally you. You're living in a dream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's actually happening.
It's happening. Yeah. Has it exceeded where you wanted it to go, especially when you were like, I want a solo career?
Yes, definitely.
Sure. And I can imagine.
We can surpass Adele's numbers. Like,
girl,
you know, yeah.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And this is what I want to know, because a lot of people have put in a lot of work in their lives and they still haven't reached the numbers that you have. So how much work did you actually put into that beautiful piece of work?
I won't lie and say, you know, some things are just, God, you look at some things and you realize that it's not in my strength, it's not even my talent, it's not even the work that I you know, it's just too good to be me. You know,
it's grace.
Yeah, it's grace and favor.
Come on. And babes, you got a lot of it, because not only did your album do well, like we said, you surpassed Adele's numbers. I mean, there are people, even people there in the USA are like, oh, I want to surpass Adele's numbers. You can say that you have, because your album broke a record, right? But then Esandleni broke a record for the biggest weekly streams received from any solo song on SA Spotify for a female artist, surpassing Adele's Easy on Me. And I genuinely am just like, that is out of this world.
Yeah.
I hope that whenever they ask you to wash dishes at home, I hope you're like, hey, I beat Adele, nah? Please, thank you. The hands off. But babe, talk to us about that. What is the song actually about and what inspired it?
So Esandleni, it was one of my prayers that as a young person, I wish to never be outside God's will. I wish to be that one that young person ozohlala endlini kaNkulunkulu and noma kuthiwa kwenzakalani ngisho ngathiwa ngibona uNtokozo famous and everything, but may I never forget God and may I never forget his house and yeah.
Sure. And why do you think it resonates with so many people, my love?
Well, most of them resonate more with my
when you start singing.
I think we go through so many things in life, and we just need that one thing that feels like comforts everything. And I've always prayed to God that I so wish that my music, it feels like a hug.
Healing.
It gives you reassurance. No, kuzoba right, kuzolunga. And I think that's happening.
Oh, girl, it's definitely happening.
Yeah.
This is why, like you say, so many people resonate with it, but so many people love your music. And just like I said earlier on, that is why it continues to move people.
Yeah.
So thank you, babe. Thank you for sharing your light with the world. And thank you for gracing us with your presence today, because I'm so excited for your performance.
Thank you so much.
But we wish you all of the best for 2025, and we know you're just going to continue to take over.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, ma'am. Her name is Nontokozo Mkhize, one of the biggest acts in South Africa at the moment. And I can tell you this much, she is about to show everybody what it means to truly be an act that is staying in their power and using what they have, which is their gift. Right now, I need you to get excited for her beautiful performance. But before we get to it, I want us to check in on Cape TZ Foshizi. What's going down, gentlemen?
Man, lots going on as we're heading to the top of the hour, but stick around for that performance from Nontokozo. It's going to be absolutely fire on your Friday. Right now, though, we are shifting our focus to our children, because we know our children are the future and the leaders of tomorrow. And that's why it is so important to nurture their potential and create opportunities for them to absolutely thrive in their environments. Now, Buco is doing just that, building brighter futures, one learner at a time. And the Expresso team joined Buco as they visited 3 schools in Cape Town to hand out pencil cases and supporting young learners. So let's quickly take a look at what this day entailed.
We're doing an awesome pencil case drive. It's part of 38,000 pencil cases that we're giving across the whole country. I think it's a viable business objective and giving back to the community that is supporting our stores. One pencil case at a time, we're going to be changing lives. The selection process, we want to give it to what I want to call the less fortunate and the people that really needs it. That is how we've chosen the schools. Building lives, building communities, building homes. And we're going to do it one child at a time.
I think initiatives like this have a great impact on the community, not only Tuscany Glen Primary. The children actually fall behind in class with work if they don't have all their stationery. And the children themselves also don't always feel good about it. But we always try and assist the learners where we can without trying to draw attention to the fact that they don't have enough of their own stationery. We really appreciate the donation of Buco because it actually shows that they're interested in building up the community. We do appreciate it because the learners can now sit in class and they all have their own pencil bag, they all have their own stationery, and I believe that's also good for the self-esteem of the learners.
What Buco made their heart smile today with the initiative of supplying them with the stationery. So it will affect them positively because some of them always come to me and say, Miss, don't you have a pen? Don't you have a ruler? So that is going to help them to be better in their schoolwork.
I'm more humbled than anything else. Seeing the expression on these people's faces, on the children's faces, just by receiving a pencil case made a huge difference today in their lives. Let's start with the difference. Let's make the difference.
I want to say thank you very much for choosing Westbank High School to be part of this program. I really do appreciate it because our learners really need the support and everything that came from Buco. Thank you very much, Buco.
A lot of our children can't even afford a pen, a pencil. What about a pencil bag? This is a community where we have gangsterism, where we have young parents, we have granny children, and to equip them is so important because some of our learners do not have the equipment. We are so grateful for Buco. Obviously, it will implore them to do better and become the people that they need to be.
To some people, this initiative, handing over a small pencil case, means not a lot to some of us. But I've seen these kids' faces light up when they get the little pencil cases, and you know what's the amazing thing? To you and I, this may be nothing, but to these kids, this may be the only gift they get throughout this whole year. And this is why I think this is so special.
It was great to have them come over and just give back to the community, because that's what we need in this time and age. So it was a great surprise to see Buco come back and give us a pencil case that we can use for our futures.
Receiving this donation has made a great impact on me. I'm very grateful and thankful for Buco.
Well, a big thank you to Buco. I mean, it's really initiatives like these that make a real difference, helping to shape a brighter future for South Africa, one learner at a time. And we know, like, I can remember getting excited going to buy a pencil case or something like that.
It's often the stuff that we take for granted. So please, if you do operate in the stationary space, just think about that as a great jumping off point. Go and help learners right now. Now, I am struggling to keep my eyes away from this corner of the studio because the sneaker queen has arrived. Kim Jade, one of our absolute best, is here to fill us in on what she's up to, and at the start of a brand new year, I'm sure there's going to be a lot to catch up on.
Absolutely. We're going to get into those chats after the break. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So, yes, it is. And I'm so excited, if you can't already tell. Nondokozo Mkhize is in the building, the woman who broke a doll's record. Can you imagine? And you're about to be performed with her. And friend, I'm so excited for you if you're hearing her for the first time, because this is a voice that moves. Everybody, please give it up for Esandleni by Nondokozo Mkhize.
Nontokozo, what a gem, what a performance, taking us into our Friday morning. Make sure you stick around. Another performance is on its way before the end of the show. Stick around for that one. Right now, though, we are entering the last hour of the show. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. Taking a look at your national news headlines for the last time, as well as your international news headlines. President Cyril Ramaphosa has ordered all national flags to be flown at half-mast for a week from tomorrow to honor the 14 soldiers who died in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Well, he began his State of the Nation address last night by reading their names, stating they did not die for resources, power or territory, but to silence weapons on the continent. Meanwhile, the Defence Force said there were delays in repatriating their remains, with the UN handling the operation. And Postbank urges all SASSA grant beneficiaries to upgrade to the new black card before the February 28 deadline, as the gold cards are being phased out. Now, the black card features biometric authentication and enhanced encryption for better security and faster grant payments. Postbank CEO Nikki Mgengashe stresses the urgency, stating the gold card will stop working after February 28. She highlights the black card's convenience, allowing beneficiaries to swipe at retailers and withdraw cash easily, ensuring continued access to funds and compliance with banking regulations. Making international news headlines, Interpol has announced the arrest of more than 30 people in Nigeria in connection with organized crime. The operation, which involved 12 Nigerian law enforcement agencies, targeted a range of criminal activities, including cryptocurrency fraud, schemes, sexual extortion, and various forms of fraud. Now, in addition to the arrests, authorities seized significant quantities of drugs, weapons, vehicles, and ammunition. Now, this operation highlights the growing concern over organized crime in Nigeria, with law enforcement agencies working together to dismantle these networks and protect public safety. And the Trump administration's freeze on U.S. foreign aid has disrupted global famine relief efforts, leaving $340 million worth of food aid in limbo. Now, the move has halted U.S. aid operations, delaying emergency food assistance in crisis zones like Sudan and Gaza. Aid groups face uncertainty as key officials have been placed on leave. Now, Trump's decision has also stalled the production of life-saving nutrition supplements, raising concerns about worsening hunger in vulnerable regions. In 2023, almost 282 million people in 59 countries and territories experienced extreme food shortages that threatened their livelihoods. And we'll end off on a lighter note. After the Eaton fire evacuation in Altadena, California, homeowner Sammy Arbert returned to an unexpected guest, a 525-pound black bear affectionately named Berry. Now, Berry had been using the crawl space under Arbert's house as his personal den, much to the surprise of utility workers attempting to restore power. Now, given Berry's impressive size, tranquilizing him wasn't an option. Instead, wildlife officials concocted an irresistible feast of rotisserie chicken, sardines and peanut butter smeared apples to lure him out. The plan worked like a charm. Berry sauntered into the trap, enticed by the gourmet spread. He was then safely relocated to the Angeles National Forest, where he was given a welfare check, GPS collared and released. Now, Arbert's crawl space has since been bear-proofed, ensuring Berry won't be hosting any more surprise sleepovers. There's some news for you on the lighter side of life. That's where we leave your news headlines for your Friday morning. Let's take a last look now at your sports.
Broken hearts is where we start, unfortunately, if you are on that side of this equation. Let's start with some football in Liverpool. They stormed into the League Cup final with a dominant 4-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur at Anfield, sealing a 4-1 aggregate victory. Cody Gakpo, Mohamed Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai and Virgil van Dijk all finding the net and overturning that first leg deficit against an injury-hit Spurs. It's been a tough season for them. So the Reds, eyeing a record-extending 11th title, will now face Newcastle United, of course, put Arsenal away earlier in the week, and that final will happen at Wembley on the 16th of March as manager Arne Slot targets his first English final. Well, speaking of finals, let's bring it back home for cricket, and Tony de Zorzi and Jordan Herman shone with brilliant half-centuries yesterday, guiding the Sunrisers Eastern Cape to an 8-wicket win over the Paarl Royals in their SA20 qualifier 2 at Centurion. So despite a rocky start to the season, the Gqeberha-based team showcasing some amazing resilience, chasing down the target target with 4 balls to spare in a very nervy final over. So the two-time champions now face MI Cape Town in Saturday's final at the Wanderers, aiming for a historic third SA20 title at the Bullring. Now on to the international cricketing fold, and Shubnam Gill's stellar 87 and then a crucial 94-run partnership with Shreyas Iyer weighed in with 59, powering India to a 4-wicket win over England. That was in their first ODI in Nagpur yesterday. So despite early setbacks and Virat Kohli's absence, India chasing down 249 with over 11 overs to spare, backed by a strong bowling display as well. So the hosts now take that 1-0 lead in the series, with the second ODI set for Sunday in Cuttack. And now the South African Rugby Union has come back with an update. They have greenlit a financial review of rugby's ecosystem after a General Council meeting in Johannesburg. So following the rejection of Ackley Sports Group's private equity proposal in December of last year, members then tasked the Executive Council to appoint an independent financial institution. This body will go on to assess rugby's financial sustainability and then explore potential private equity roles. I would imagine with the strength of SA Rugby at the moment, hopefully there'll be a few people knocking on our doors. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's catch up on the roads.
Oh yes, we always keep you up to date with what's happening on the roads. And right now, I want to say, please, if you're heading out, make sure that you are safe because things are a little bit hectic. Starting off in Gauteng, Tshwane, traffic is at a standstill on the N4 westbound after Solomon Mahlangu Drive. It's caused by an accident, unfortunately. Recovery of the scene is underway, so do plan your route accordingly over there and allow for some added travel time, please. Then still in Gauteng, Brakpan, there's been an accident as a result of congestion on the N12 before Rondebolt Road. The right lane is closed and the back of the queue at Tom Jones Road. Please maintain a safe following distance while driving. Then over in the mother city, Somerset West, minor delays can be expected if you're making your way and making use of the N2 outbound route before Victoria. Wherever the road might lead you, though, this Friday morning, we always ask you to please buckle up and make sure that you arrive alive. Let's check out what's happening with your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued some warnings as severe storms bring heavy downpours and flooding to parts of the country today. A yellow level 2 warning is in effect for central and western Free State, where thunderstorms could cause localized flooding in low-lying areas, roads and bridges, along with potential damage to property and infrastructure. Meanwhile, a yellow level 1 storm warning also applies to the northern parts of the Eastern Cape. In contrast, extremely high fire danger conditions are forecast for the Western Cape, and hot, uncomfortable weather is expected across the West Coast as well as surrounding areas. We always ask you to please come through, though, when we talk about your sunrise view. And this morning, Nirmala from Johannesburg, where today it is a lovely 26 degrees Celsius. This is gorgeous. I told you the other day, I love it when a picture looks like a sunset, but also a sunrise. And all of these orange hues that are coming through from this sunrise is absolutely stunning. There's some greenery. The sun is peeking out from behind the tree. Come on. It feels like you're on holiday. That's what I'm seeing in this picture. And thank you so much for it, Nirmala. We love it. But Zanzi, you know we always love to see what's happening on your side. 063-408-8863 for that sunrise view. Right now, let's jump on into the temperatures so we can see what's happening for the day.
So yes, Kim Jade is here. As promised, we deliver. Look at her face, we love it. She looks amazing on Instagram and she's always wearing amazing sneakers. I know we're going to interview you in a sec. Are these your favorite sneakers? Are you allowed to have a favorite?
One of your favorite pairs?
It's
Just,
like having,
lift it up like that.
It's like having like a favorite child. You can't like, but today, yes.
You know what these are? These could be your lucky sneakers. I'll tell you why in just a moment. We're going to delve into how you can win and win big with Powerball. We'll do that and catch up with this amazing human being on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, the smiles probably give it away. Welcome back as we welcome one of our favorites, a multi-award-winning businesswoman and content creator extraordinaire. Kim Jade is here back in the Expresso studio. She is South Africa's sneaker queen, yes, but she is a queen on so many other levels. Can we give her a round of applause? Pew, 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 pew.
Yes. I'm taking that everywhere.
I know, which is why we keep flattering you. No, you've got an amazing story, one of resilience, one of success, one of some hard-fought
This is what a success story looks like.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Listen, for those who's maybe just kind of meeting you, just give us a bit of background. I mean, from a struggling model, blogger, to a multi-award-winning media personality. You are out there. So your rise to where you are now, what did that look like for you? And at what point in your life did that come across? Was there anything that happened? Maybe something, a realization that took place in your life?
For sure. I mean, first of all, I'm a proud Zimbo, so born and raised in Zimbabwe. And I came to Cape Town to actually get my honours degree in social work and psychology. She's educated, guys.
And also so nice, because you had to do social care and psychology just to care for everybody.
Exactly. I always make the joke that they say you're not a social worker, but I'm like, I work with nutcases every single day. So the degree is actually coming in handy.
Case in point,
I basically started modeling because I was a broke student. It was like a part-time hustle. And then when I finished my degree, I moved to Cape Town and then started modeling. And while I was modeling, had a million hustles. I worked at Jade. I was a promo girl handing out flyers on the highway. Like I did it all.
Your dues.
Did it all. And then, I moved to Johannesburg to chase my dream of getting on TV. And yeah, it was from there crazy.
It feels like you kind of created a space for yourself more than found a space to occupy.
Oh, for
Does it
sure.
feel like that to you? Because you've broken a lot of, even in the traditional modeling sense, you
Yeah.
break a lot of the rules.
For sure.
And I love the fact that you get as much traction as you do with big brands with this, because you do break a lot of those kind
Yeah.
of structures and norms, the stigmas. But in every way, you found places on platforms that South Africans shouldn't have access
Yeah,
to.
dude, it's so crazy. It's fully like, so many of us can relate to having imposter syndrome.
Yeah, oh,
Like,
all the
dude,
time, yeah.
I can't believe this is my life. And also coming from Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, there were no women that had done it before me. So being the face of these makeup brands and winning these international awards and traveling the world and interviewing like Charlize Theron and Naomi Campbell and Tyler Perry, and it's just like, it's absolutely unreal. But I don't know, I guess when you live your dream, you hustle consistently.
Yeah,
And
do the work.
yeah, and also we need positive role models, especially as women and as women of color. So yeah,
Well,
it's a
Zim
dream.
now has a woman on international TV.
Absolutely, but I mean, it's fascinating to see. I mean, just your outlook on life and how
Yeah.
you, if you can take us into that, the mental aspect, because you know, for people watching, it's like, oh, she's so positive, she's so light, or whatnot. Yes, there's been struggles or so, but what is your outlook? What helped you got to where you are today?
Yeah.
Sure. It's a deep question. I think, number one, my morals and principles. I was raised super old school, very strict traditional parents, Christian, and hardworking. And so I think that's the driving factor when things are really, really hard. But also, like you guys say, you get to wake up and live this incredible job and live this incredible life and travel the world. And I think that's like, yo, I need to keep pushing. And what's so crazy is that people from the outside look and like, oh, you've got it all, you've done it all. It's like, oh, but I feel like I haven't even started. And I went from model to TV to now I'm running my own production house and creative agency. So there it's like, okay, cool, we have to level up more, we need to learn more. And there are not a lot of women that take the leap from being on camera to behind the camera and working with brands and agencies and coming up with creative concepts and executing. And so now I'm like doing marketing for a restaurant. I'm working with all of these brands from behind the scenes. So now this feels like the new exciting chapter.
And it is, because the representation on that side is as important.
Definitely.
And I love the fact that those two lines are now, it's becoming an authentic level playing field. When
for
I'm
sure.
interviewing someone talking the talk, they generally are walking the walk as well, which is amazing. Kicking it with Kim Jade.
Hey.
I love the fact that you are able to kind of be professionally yourself.
Yo, I know.
Is that what this is?
Crazy, because when I came in the game, women were only wearing stilettos, tight dresses, hair down to here, nails, glam, everything. They weren't rocking kicks. And I was like, actually, there's a space for me to be different and also to be mad comfortable. And what's so dope is that I get so many DMs from girls all the time to be like, yo, dude, because you're doing what you're doing, I can also do what I do. Like, and I can wear my kicks to my matric dance, and it's like a vibe. So yeah, Kicking It is my baby. It's fully self-funded, directed, produced, cast, financed, everything by myself.
And there's talks of it internationally?
Yes!
Surely it's ready for the biggest streaming platforms in the world. Surely
I mean,
it
guys,
is.
call me. I'm ready. We shot 2 episodes in Ohio, Cincinnati last year, and this year we are going to New York and LA.
Wow.
There's some major international interviews I have coming up, so the show's
That's
just growing and
incredible.
growing. But you're at the dollar, guys.
I know.
Hectic.
Well, I was going to say, spend at least 6 months working that side so you
Yeah.
can bring that dollar back, and you'll be amazed at how many South Africans are kicking it.
Yeah.
Especially in LA
Yes.
at the moment. Just
In a big
absolutely loving
way.
it. How many pairs of sneakers do you own, girl?
Just under 200.
Just under why?
I
What
gave
kind
away
of
60
failure?
last year.
Oh, wow.
For my birthday, I gave away 60 pairs to my followers. Just,
And where do you keep them?
I have a sneaker room. Like
Nice.
I have a bedroom that's just for
Is
my
it bigger than
shoes.
your normal room?
No, it's not. Valid question, but no.
Dude, we love it. We love your energy. We love the fact that
you.
you're bringing cool sneakers. We love the fact that you are breaking molds, which is very, very cool. I know that you have a rather big announcement to make later on. You do want to stick around for that announcement. We're going to not let anything drop right now.
Yeah.
But we could ask you our social media question. You know, what gets you excited for the weekend, especially on a day like today? What is there something that really fuels you on a Friday specifically?
I guess for us that are workaholics, it's chilling out.
Yeah.
And you guys in Cape Town, you have the most beautiful weather right now. So being able to go to the beach and just chill out with my people, eat good food. There's an amazing food scene here in Cape Town.
for sure.
So I'm a foodie. I'm like easy to please, good food, nice cocktail, some time in the sun, done.
But do you make plans when you come to Cape Town, or do you just let people know you are here?
No. First of all, I mean, people get so upset when they see you in the city and you haven't called them.
Exactly.
But time is so limited. So balancing like the work and the events and things that I have to do, but like with my main people that they know in advance. And
Your
I'm
main
like,
people.
Cool. And also you have to book everything in advance here with restaurants and stuff.
For the rest of the people watching right now,
Yes.
who now know you're in Cape Town and know
Yes.
they are not one of the main people, I'm sorry. It's okay. But she chose to come here to spend the morning just with us.
with you.
Technically work,
Exactly.
right?
So we're on top.
Technically, this is work.
We love you for everything that you're doing. We
Thank
cannot wait to hear what is to come this year. Some big announcements, as we said. But of course, we are all getting excited about the weekend. Zanele, are you a little bit jealous? Would you rather be down here for the weekend?
How did you know? You literally took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, you're sitting with Kim Jade. I'm jealous. Do you know how much I love Kim Jade? I'm obsessed with her, okay? So, hi, Kim. I love you, all right? And I'm so excited for your weekend. Hi, beautiful. Zanzi, this queen right here, she's about to take 2025 by storm like she has all the other years because she is going to be, in fact, the host of the TikTok Awards for the red carpet. And friend, we're going to be hearing all about it in a little bit. But then also coming up, it is, of course, none other than us and talking about what we are talking about when we say Valentine's Day and beauty gifts. But first, let me tell you about how you can be a winner. Listen properly. It is all about you picking your 6 lucky numbers and playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for 31 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Friday. Play Powerball for an estimated 19 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 12 million rand today. What are you waiting for is always the question, because you can literally just easily buy your tickets now in store or on nationallottery.co.za. The mobile app is also where you can do so, cell phone banking, or simply dialing *120 *7529 hash for USSD. All of the details I've just mentioned are always on our Expresso show pages, so you can head on over to social media and check them out. But Panda, Push Up Play, Powerball and Powerball Plus for 31 million rand in total estimated jackpots today for your chance to win big. And friends, I'm not playing when I say play now. On the way, Kim Jade, Valentine's Day, and a whole lot more. We still got a lot to get through right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We're going to take a short, small break, and we'll be back in a bit.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
back. We are still hanging out with the awesome multi-award winning Queen Kim Jade. And she's about to break some exclusive news. I'm going to just pretend that Zanele didn't spoil the party completely and give away the big reveal. So good to have you here. We've been chomping at the bit to make the announcement, but I suppose it is only fitting that you proclaim it to the world. Tell us what you are going to be doing.
Oh my gosh, world. For the first time ever, we're actually making history with the TikTok Awards right here in Africa, in Johannesburg, in Mzansi. And we have creators flying in from all over the continent to be celebrated for an amazing show, performances, and I get to be the host of the red carpet.
Come on, congratulations. And you've earned this. Not through just being famous now. You've got to have built up a body of work. You've got to proven yourself as a content creator, but you've also got to have had one foot on either side of the kind of industry wall. What do you think landed you this gig? Is it the social media strength? Is it the media strength? Is it a mix of the both? Proudly kind of pump yourself up for a second. What
Honestly,
do you think got the gig?
It's a combination. So my co-host is Trisha. She's a TikToker, millions and millions of likes on social media. So I think that's where she comes in. It's like she has the young audience. And then I think I come in with the experience of being a media personality for over a decade, comfortable in front of the camera, can talk to anybody, but also my socials are not bad, you know? The socials are a vibe, so
No,
it's a
but
combo.
absolutely killing it. This has got to be the premier online space at the moment, and I'm so glad that Africa has its place within that because we're a massive, massive driver. What is it about TikTok that makes it the premier platform, do you think?
I think what's dope is that there's kind of a space for anyone, and no matter what age you are, right? So there's a lot of people, I believe, that are on the platform that don't create, that just consume content.
For sure.
So, and they've been clever, and they have like hashtag book talk, or hashtag fashion talk, or hashtag food talk. There's something for everybody. And you can, have you ever been scrolling on that platform and you're like, wow, 3 hours have gone by.
The vortex,
It's like you get sucked into this hole, which just speaks to the caliber of the content that's on there and from people from all over the world, you know?
I love the fact that it's generally purpose-driven.
Yes.
And it's fast-forwarded, albeit songs have now become less than 2 minutes long, you know, on airwaves across the radio because of TikTok. So we'll give it that. But there's something really special about it. Do you have favorites? Are you allowed to now that you're stepping into kind of a bit of a neutral role?
Yes.
Could you list 5 accounts that people should be watching, or maybe a way to approach TikTok without getting into trouble?
For sure. I mean, look, I follow tons of different creators because I like different things. So I love dog content. There's Winston and Willa on TikTok, and they're like cheeky and they swear their mom, and they get they put outfits on and they're like, I hate this, my mom hates me, like type of thing. And then Sally Sneakers is a big sneakerhead in Europe, and she has an incredible collection. So she shows how she styles her fits. Munaka is a local content creator who's just super funny and cheeky. So there's kind of something for everyone. And yeah, I consume tons of different content.
I love that. I love the fact that you can dip into people's, for me, it feels like the most honest representation of social media at the moment.
It's less, I feel like it's less filtered and perfect, whereas like Instagram is the app that I go to for beautiful, curated content, a perfect feed, whereas like on TikTok you can be like, no makeup, this is me talking nonsense.
Yeah, and I went to go and research this myself. Now I'm giving you this information. Maybe in this information crazy time that we live in, that's vital. Advice, girl, and maybe speak to the young Kim Jade right now. Maybe that young girl sitting in Bulawayo thinking that there is no hope for me in the world of media. What advice do you have for young women, especially blazing a trail?
Sure, I guess it's so easy to want to be the next, I guess, Bonang or the next Zanele or the next, but the thing is what the industry already has that. They have a Zanele, they have a Kim. What they don't have is you, right? That unique perspective, owning exactly where you come from. And I think that's what's made me stand out, and which is why I'm like so grateful to be on this now Pan-African Awards event. Is because you need to own where you come from. Not everyone is from a big city. Not everyone has tons of money and is wearing all these crazy clothes. And it's like, just be your most authentic self. And we've seen the most successful creators right now are the ones that feel real, that feel authentic, that are not putting on an act or trying to be somebody else. They're just fully owning who they are. And that's why people resonate with that.
Completely. For me, it's that first like 0.5 seconds where that
Yes.
emotional connection is
Yeah.
made. And you can feel it on a platform like TikTok. And I can understand why you are so happy and so proud of yourself. And we could not be more proud of
Thank you so much,
Congratulations.
man. Ah, so excited.
Absolutely massive. Of course, you can follow her very easily and enjoyably online. Go and show some love. Maybe you've got some questions you want her to ask some content creators. Get into that space. Have a little bit of fun with TikTok today and make sure that you share the love. You can also hit up our social platforms. But now we're going to inspire you for a day of love on the way.
Oh, the inspiration is going to come through right now. So whether you are shopping for your partner, your bestie, maybe just wanting to treat yourself this Valentine's Day, Woolworths has the perfect gifts just for you. And the lovely Megan Pedro is here with us this morning with her selection of beauty gifts that will make this Valentine's Day extra special. Megan, it's so lucky to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's always, you know, Valentine's Day is Valentine's Day. We get excited about it nonetheless. But here we have a spread. But first and foremost, I want to hear from you. When you think Valentine's Day, what is the first thing that comes to mind for you? Because, I mean, you want to treat that little special someone in your life.
Oh, it's all about the scents and fragrances this year. That's a big trend. And I think that is such a great way to add a little bit of personality into a gift. I always think that you shop that way for someone, it leaves such a lasting impression. So doing it through fragrances and scents is such a great way. Plus his and her combos are all the rage. And then we're talking gift sets as well.
Yeah, so you say this is the perfect, if you had to say, the perfect Valentine's Day gift would be a fragrance.
Yes. Absolutely.
I agree with you.
Absolutely.
I fully agree with you.
And I've brought just a touch of Woolworths with me, right? Like
fantastic.
Just a little bit. You can see just a tiny selection.
It's not much at all to choose from. No, look, and this is a spread, so I think we better get starting. Where on this smorgasbord of fragrances will you kick us off?
Okay, perfect. So with scents, I always think it's very personal. It also sets a mood for something.
Yeah.
So when you think about a scent, it often sets the tone for an event. If you spritz something, maybe your wedding scent.
Yeah.
When you smell it again, it always brings you straight back to that moment. And I think that is such a special thing. So especially if you're trying to buy for someone, a big tip that I have is if you maybe smell a little bit of floral on them or like the woody, earthy tones, research what similar perfumes and fragrances they are, because that's an easier way for them to maybe try something new with the same kind of tones that they already enjoy.
That's a good tip, because I mean, if you're buying, let's say, for your loved one, hopefully you'll know what fragrance they love. But for somebody else, it's a good tip to have, because where do you even start?
And very deeply personal. So let me show you. Let's start with the his and hers for now. I've got the selection.
I'm a big fan,
right?
Can I just say, of this brand
Jean-Paul Gaultier, okay?
Yes.
The packaging alone is absolutely beautiful. And this is the Paradise Garden, okay?
Yeah.
How stunning. And the bottles depict the famous garden scene,
I love
which
this.
is so iconic.
Can I take it out?
Yes, of course.
Look at that. Oh,
it is
that's
so
beautiful.
So the man's fragrance has a very tropical, very green fragrance.
Can I smell this?
Yes,
Do you mind?
of course you can.
Because this is...
It's almost quite a coconutty scent, which I smell.
Oh, that is phenomenal.
Beautiful, fresh.
That is phenomenal.
And very similarly to the hers, which I really enjoy, because at the moment Woolies is doing selected 2 beauty products for 25% off up to Valentine's Day. So it's kind of a great excuse to do a his and hers,
big deal,
right?
yeah.
So that is the perfect way. If you're wanting something a little bit warm, maybe softer, let's move over here. Okay, so I suggest we've got Versace, which is like your beautiful, when I say warms, it's your vanillas. It's, soft berries. So we've got the beautiful berry in here. This is iconically vanilla. And I mean, this packaging alone for the Versace, absolutely stunning. And then a household favorite, your Paco Rabanne, the Million. Oh my goodness, it is so beautiful, and that vanilla is such a stunning note. If we're talking floral and feminine, so there's quite a difference, because again, maybe you think like warm, soft. Floral and feminine is more like your orange blossoms, your roses in your floral selection. So we've got Chloe over here, which is like quite a strong rose. which is so beautiful. And again, that is so feminine and such a great, maybe for mom, it's such a beautiful, beautiful saint.
Elegant
Saint, luxurious saint. LA Saab is doing your white flowers. So this is like your white florals, maybe a bit of like your orange blossom. It is such a fresh, beautiful scent. And then, iconically,
I love the packaging and the bottle for this.
Carolina Herrera is doing the most stunning. I mean, what girl wouldn't want this for Valentine's Day? Seriously?
That looks impressive, right? Come on, let's be honest.
We might not be able to walk in this, but this is absolutely stunning. And I'm just going to do this for you. You can kind of get the spray of that.
Sheesh.
The scent of that one.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Right? It's got a powderiness, which is like soft and more settled in the skin.
Yeah,
really
but then
nicely.
you also got this, it gets you because it's this is definitely a scent that's going to last the day.
Exactly.
Which you can tell immediately.
So remember, on your pulse points, always to have it last. Maybe even through your hair, it will really last like beautifully.
That is a phenomenal smell, yeah.
I'm going to call out Tom Ford as the dark, sultry notes. Tom Ford, iconically known for all its beautiful kind of like dark note layers. That one is Cafe Rose, and it actually has rose and coffee in it.
Rose and coffee?
It is stunning. And that packaging alone, I tell you, I just want that to be on my dresser because it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, Tom Ford is just opulent and stunning. So that is
feel like
gorgeous.
luxury already.
Perfectly luxury. Then talking about luxury, I suggest you honestly walk into your Woolies and go to your beauty counter, because our selection of our W Beauty premium fragrances is all the range. We have kind of recently launched this, but it really is the one-stop. Plus, it's locally produced and it's unisex.
Well, I like that.
Exactly, because now you're getting something
less
for the
chance of going wrong.
completely. So these are absolutely stunning. And again, there is such a huge selection. So I suggest you go kind of spray, see how it lasts on you, and then it's a great way to go.
Fantastic. Well, I think best take your time when you go and you're shopping in Woodies for your fragrances. But do you have a personal favorite? I got to ask.
Oh my goodness. Can I call out the gift set as a personal favorite?
Oh,
because
hey.
I honestly feel like a gift set is such a great way to really encompass everything in it. So this is the Charlotte Reese. It's the number 17. It's exclusive to Woolworths. And the thing that I love about a gift set is that it often has pieces in it that you can layer to enhance your fragrance.
Right.
So you have a shower gel. So you start with a shower gel, you get out, you do the body wash, which has a similar scent, and then it has the fragrance so that you can layer so that it lasts
build
long.
your fragrance.
And that one has a candle, which even more so, just luxurious and beautiful.
You got me at candle. Fantastic. Thank you very, very much. I mean, there's a lot to choose from. Go out there. I'm in love with this. It's amazing. I've always been a fan, like I said. But listen, Megan said there's a fantastic deal on at the moment. So we know that, I mean, love really is in the little things. So make sure to spoil your loved ones this Valentine's Day with the glow of love. Plus, like Meg said, 25% off 2 selected beauty products. It's a huge saving until the 14th of February. Valentine's Day it is. So you can shop this offer at Woolworths, available in-store, online, and also on the app. Remember, those T&Cs do apply. I might just little, just a little...
Split bits.
Lovely.
Oh, I can't wait to see who's going to be spoiling me for Valentine's Day. I really can't. But do you know why we're spoiled this morning? It is because Nontokozo Mkhize is in the building, and she is going to be blowing us away yet again with her beautiful voice. The one that I said, it moves you, and genuinely, I cannot wait. She's already been doing just a whole lot of sound checks, so stick around. And then a lemony garlic prawn, right? But then you take it and you dip it in a spicy avocado dip. I'm hungry. That recipe is coming up. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back very soon. Don't go anywhere.
Make your love story unforgettable when you gift yourself the chance to win a dream jewelry prize to the value of 100,000 Rand with American Swiss. Simply scan the QR code on screen or WhatsApp Valentine to 064 898 8402. Answer our fun romance-themed questions and your journey to forever could start here. So enter now and love your way with American Swiss. Competition ends 28 Feb 2025. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back after the quickest of breaks. You tune into Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. It is your Friday morning and we turn our attention to social media right now. Good morning and happy Friday. What has got you most looking forward to the weekend? So yeah, general question, but we always love to involve ourselves into your life. What are you looking forward to? Let's take a look at some of the comments. Josephine, hello Josephine, coming through saying, good morning family, I'm looking forward to see my daughter. She's arriving from America today. Oh my goodness, I can only imagine a mommy heart, how excited you must be. That's awesome. Well, I wish you well and I wish the whole family well. Enjoy the time together. Tepo coming through, good morning Expresso family and the viewers. Papa and Mala Mahudu, hey, dish is what I'm looking forward to this weekend. Come now. You know, when there's food on the table and you're looking forward to it, it's the best feeling ever. Thank you very, very much. The T20 final, Mark Gavin. Short, sweet, to the point. There we go. Look at that picture. Love it. You ready, my friend? You ready? MI Cape Town. I'm loving the comments. Thank you very, very much. Zanele, what about you? What are you most looking forward to this weekend?
Ooh, so besides for watching the Sunrisers Eastern Cape take the T20 final, I'm looking forward to being on the red carpet at the TikTok Awards for Selima Tunzi and our SABC1 family. So I will hopefully be able to like capture Kim Jade and chat to her. Please guys, just tell her I'm going to be there and she must come and chat to us, okay? Thank you.
100%.
But that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
Little interview with you on the red carpet there.
100%, my friends.
Nice,
But
Kim
more than anything
Jade.
else, just to have a good weekend.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Oh, lots of love. Yeah, Kim Jade is going to be there on the red carpet, and who knows, maybe, oh, now she's in the kitchen as well. Look at that. She's ready. She's all over the place. Where is she going to be next? Keep looking. So, thank you very, very much. We're not done with the show just yet. We got a couple of things still to walk through. Graham, what's happening, my brother?
Well, my friend, in honor of your recently completed DIY projects, or at least the stages that you've done, the pool is in now in his project. We're going to focus on some DIY ourselves. Maybe you want to tackle that to-do list that you missed in 2024 and approach it with new inspiration. Well, it's time to brush up on your skills with another episode of Handy Heroes. Now, this week, the pros at Timbold in Stellenbosch are here to share some of their best painting tips and some great tricks to help you get a flawless finish every time.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Timbold in Stellenbosch, a Plascon paint expert store and member of Paint Club.
This is our third year since we moved away from the franchise Timber City, and we've made quite a name for ourselves in the recent time. And I'm glad to be here. Amazing staff, a nice environment, and it's nice to work here. So what makes me proud about the store is our uniqueness. We have our values. We are known as craftsmen. I don't think any other hardware has those values. What I love about our customers is their patience. I also like their friendliness. It's like when they come in here, it's like a relative. And it's really nice working with the customers from Timbold.
I keep coming back to the store continuously for the professional advice, the service that I get from all of the staff members. Fantastic.
What makes us the best hardware store in the Stellenbosch area is you can get everything under one roof. It's a one-stop shop. What I love about the Plascon brand, it's easy to use, it's affordable, and you get your money's worth with the Plascon brand. My favorite Plascon product is the Plascon Velveglow water-based. What I like about that product is because it's a water-based, you can just take a damp cloth and just wipe any marks or anything off the wall and it will come off easily. My DIY tip will be measure twice, cut once. Timbold Stellenbosch, we are more.
Today's handy heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
Yes, you've got this, and we've got this in the kitchen. If you're looking for a beautiful, really easy snack with a little bit of zhuzh, we've got Chef Kelly. She's back in the kitchen whipping up Lucian's favorite tapas. Now, Lucian Albertine, you know him, you love him. He is everybody's boss in this company, and it's his birthday tomorrow, so this needs to be extra special. Look at that judgy face. He's already prejudging us. No, he knows what Kelly can achieve. And Kim Jade, being a superstar who is hosting Superstar Awards and being on red carpets, you need to be able to do things. So I'm allergic to shellfish, which is like the greatest tragedy of ever.
It's so sad.
It really is sad, and it's getting sadder by the second. So we're going to jump right in as I watch and live vicariously through you. Okay.
Don't worry, we'll eat on your behalf.
Kels, you're amazing. You're an amazing recipe developer. You come up with great ways of making good food easy for the likes of us.
Easy, G.
Thank you. So take us through this
So Kim will
easy
be
recipe.
starting us off on the dip.
Okay.
It's quite simple, just some avo, some lemon juice, yogurt, fresh chili, and then smoked paprika, and then you're just going to season it to taste.
Okay.
And blitz that up.
So I can just chuck everything in, right?
Everything in.
Stunning.
It's so simple, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll go ahead with the prawns. This is just some deveined prawns and deshelled. I'm going to add some olive oil to that.
Nice.
Some smoked paprika.
How much chili? Does Lucian like it spicy?
He likes it spicy.
Okay.
He is spicy.
He is spicy.
He is
Okay.
spicy, girl.
He is spicy.
We're going to just go in then.
I love that. So are you, because you strike me as being a very capable person in any space, does that apply to the kitchen as well?
Oh, definitely. I have a
Wow.
proper, like, colored family. It's like, if you want to get married and find a husband, you must know how to cook. Am I right or am I right?
Are we dropping hints on the show today
Listen,
or what?
she's
Lucian's
single.
fishing for birthday presents, someone else is fishing for matrimonial connections.
making use of the airtime, girl.
Yes, let's go. Put it out there.
What do you think of progress so far?
So far, so good.
Happiness?
Happiness. More spice. You know, I'm spicy.
Yes, I put all the chilies. Do you want more? More of the cayenne pepper?
And it's amazing how Lucian, it always looks like he's looking
Okay.
down on you, down his nose, hey? Look
Like
at that. the way
judging.
he's judging.
I don't.
No,
Never.
you're actually one of the most wonderful human beings on the planet, dude, because you have to look after all of us, which is quite a big thing. Jack is looking after us right now by getting the stove going. What are the plans, Lucy?
I'm my parents, so yeah.
Cute.
Spending time with his parents.
Please bring
Who
some
on
cake
set,
on
by
Monday.
show of a raise of hands, who thinks Lucian is lying about his birthday plans? Yeah,
Not even me.
There we go. Yeah, I think
Not
everybody
involved.
agrees.
I'm not involved.
Very
Okay.
secretive.
No, we know you travel in very, very close, tight circles. Buddy, I have a feeling this is going to be absolutely beautiful. Okay, so what has gone on there, Kels? You've got a beautiful little
Yeah,
marinade
it's nicely
going.
seasoned. So on the prawns, we've got some cayenne pepper, some smoked paprika, some lemon juice and lemon zest, some fish spice, but you can use any spice really. And then some grated garlic.
I'll do the honors.
Please do.
Ooh. Can you guys hear that sizzle?
Sizzle, sizzle.
Wow, you eat with
Nice
the
and
eyes,
light,
you eat with the
Yeah.
ears.
Ideally, you'd like to marinate it for at least 20 to 50 minutes so that it can take on all that flavor and all that spices. And then after, you will slam them onto a hot griddle pan and cook them for about 2 to 3 minutes aside. Because they are small, it will be done in under 2.
Look at you just looking after our space as well.
I know, I'm OCD, so I'm like, the shot needs to be pretty.
It's okay, we'll invite you back, hey? We'll invite you back.
Thank
you don't
you.
have to sell it.
Can I tell you guys something? I'm really getting requests in my comms right now for upstairs. Larato and Lena's like, keep us some. I'm gonna try
Always.
I will surely do so.
The funny thing is, none of the food lasts longer than about 30 seconds on the set. So people have often raised the question about, you know, do we waste food? Is there food
I
wasted?
get it all the time.
My word, we are left hungry after the show because those of us who are on air don't get to eat the stuff because the crew has chowed it before it's even gotten cold, which I love.
That's how you maintain the physique. We see you.
Flattery will get you
Honey,
everywhere,
you
girl.
see now.
Oh, the fishing that's happening on the show is just amazing today. So, Kim, you got the brief. You're making your little party cuppies
Yes.
there. Is this your kind of flavor profile when you want to kind of feed the masses ahead of a big fight weekend?
100%.
Come on, Drickus.
Come on, Drickus!
I don't know how he would feel about us munching on some prawns while we're watching him fight. No, he wouldn't care. He would absolutely love it. But what is your go-to in terms of your flavor, your palate?
Honestly, like we grew up with like curries and chilies and like all of these kinds of flavors. So the garlic, chili,
Layers,
lemon,
layers.
tanya. Yeah, this is
We're
perfection.
gonna add on.
Yeah, we're going to add them on.
Those look good.
In under 2 minutes, G. It all just depends on the size of your prawn.
right?
But
I can. I'm not going to go near
Spicy.
anything.
No, it's
Check.
spicy.
That's how we've gotten to that
good
point.
though.
I love guacamole. I love the freshness of this recipe, the combination of things.
So good.
There's a little bit of zing.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
And
well,
there we
guys,
have it. A cute little
please
prawn
have
cocktail.
a little taste because I am not allowed to. I'm going to share with you because I love you so much.
How kind.
I know. Okay, so please, you are more than welcome to
Can I
have
pass
a
it on?
I'm going to give you a little prelude to what your birthday is going to taste like, Lucy.
There we go.
Lucian, buddy, I don't think you fully appreciate how much you do for all of us in your individual, never mind just your professional capacity. We love you, Guy. I wish I could give you the whole ocean's worth of prawns and crayfish and everything else that's wonderful because you are just too special for us, man. Happy future birthday. We love you, Guy. We absolutely love you. Now, please give us a super sexy TV bite right there.
Cheers, cheers.
Yes. Cheers,
All right.
cheers.
Here we go.
We're going full in.
Wow,
Is it
didn't
Lucian
waste
worthy?
no time, eh?
You know he's going to tell it the truth, right, as
Yeah.
well?
I don't think he is capable
Okay,
of
I wanna-
sugarcoating it.
Oh, oh,
I know, Kim is being very...
I'm trying to be a lady.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Lisa for the rest of the queue.
It smells amazing. That's all I'm saying. I'm actually...
That's delicious.
I almost feel like phoning a specialist just to get them to test me to see if I'm still allergic to
I really
shellfish. Am I really? Maybe I'll roll those dice. Absolutely love it. If you want to find this recipe and the inspiration, head over to expressoshow.com. We've got more inspiration heading your way in just a moment. Once again, happy birthday, Lucy! We love you!
Joining us.
Thank you. This was so much fun.
Little early birthday present. We'll see you now.
Thank you.
That's delicious.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, a couple of minutes left of your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on S3 before we get into another epic performance. Quickly, pick your 6 lucky numbers and play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 31 million rand in total estimated jackpots. Today, you can play Powerball for an estimated 19 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated cool 12 million rand today.
Surely you
It's a
do
lot.
both, hey?
Yeah,
you've got
for
it.
sure.
Come on, man.
Why would you not?
And what are you waiting for? Go and get your tickets. You can do it in-store when they're open. You can go nationallottery.co.za online. You can use their mobile app. You can use cell phone banking, your own kind of platform. You can dial *120 *7529# for USSD. Just do it all.
Yeah, man, we posted all of the details on our Expresso social media pages, so go check them out. Panda, Push-Up, Play, Powerball and Powerball Plus for 31 million rand. I'll say it again, 31 million rand. Total estimated jackpots today for your chance to win big. Play now.
All right, now let's let this weekend officially begin.
Oh, yes, we're getting weekend blessings from a queen who is record-breaking, multi-award winning, and someone who has indeed said, yes, it's going to be a great weekend. Everyone, please give it up for Nontokozo Mkhize, closing out the show with Uyama Nomuntu.
Another feel-good production.